Welcome to 100 Million Offer by Alex Hormozi. Imagine knowing exactly how to create offers so irresistible that people feel silly saying no. What if you could confidently charge more for your products or services, knowing your customers would feel like they're getting the deal of a lifetime? That's what $100 million Offers by Alex Hormozi is all about. Whether you're a business owner looking to scale, someone dreaming of starting a side hustle, or just curious about what makes people say, "Take my money," this book has the answers. It's packed with real-world advice, success stories, and practical tools you can use immediately. If you're tired of working harder without seeing the results you deserve, this book will show you how to work smarter, build better offers, and unlock the potential that's been waiting for you all along. Are you ready to take your business to a whole new level? Let's dive in.
What others have said after spending one day with Alex, we added $5 million per year in profit without introducing any new services. When Alex talks about acquisition, you should listen, unless, of course, you hate money. Brooke Castillo, CEO, Life Coach School. My career can be divided into two distinct chapters. The first was 15 years of banging my head against the wall, trying to figure out why I wasn't reaching my potential. The second chapter began when I read $100 million Offers by Alex Hormozi. That book gave me the confidence to finally understand how to achieve the success I always knew I was capable of. If you're a business owner tired of settling for less than your potential, this book will quickly show you that it's not your fault. No one has taught you how to create irresistible offers. This book changes that within just a few chapters. Consider it the start of your second chapter. It's an absolute game changer. Ryan Daniel Moran, founder, Capitalism.com. We discovered Alex and immediately bought his book. Honestly, it's the best business book I've ever read. One of the biggest lessons I learned from him is the mindset shift about pricing. So often in business, we hesitate to charge more, feeling guilty, asking ourselves, can I really do this? But Alex is unmatched when it comes to showing how to package and price offers in a way that not only increases revenue but also delivers more value to customers at the same time. Since working with him, our results have been nothing short of astounding. Within 2 months, our business doubled, going from $10 million per year in sales to being on track for $23 million per year. And this happened simply by adjusting our pricing and packaging while providing better outcomes for our clients. Andrew Argue, founder and CEO, accountingtax.com. Guiding principles: there are no rules. To Layla, you are my ride or die. That's a term for someone willing to do anything for their partner, friend, or family, even when the stakes are high. I couldn't do this without you. And honestly, I wouldn't want to. You make waking up every day worth it. Thank you for being unapologetically you. You're a down motherfucker. To Trevor, you're the best friend a guy could ask for. Thank you for spending endless hours challenging the ideas that shaped this book. Your relentless drive for simplicity and clarity made it what it is today. I'm eternally grateful for our friendship. You make me feel less alone in the world. Here's to growing old and crotchety together. Start here. Outsized returns often come from betting against conventional wisdom, even though conventional wisdom is usually right. Imagine a 10% chance of a 100x payoff. You'd take that bet every single time, even knowing you'll be wrong 9 times out of 10. We all understand that swinging for the fences means striking out a lot. But it also means hitting home runs. Here's the difference between baseball and business. Baseball has a capped outcome. No matter how perfectly you connect with the ball, the most runs you can get is 4. In business, however, there's no cap. Occasionally, when you step up to the plate, you can score 1,000 runs. This long-tailed distribution of returns is exactly why boldness matters. Big wins pay for countless experiments. Jeff Bezos: as entrepreneurs, we gamble every day. We bet our hard-earned money on labor, inventory, rent, marketing, and more, hoping for a big payout. Most of the time, we lose. But sometimes, we win, and those wins can be massive. Unlike casino gambling, where the odds are stacked against you, business offers a unique opportunity. With skill, you don't just improve your odds, you can shift them entirely in your favor. In other words, with enough skill, you become the house. When diving into acquisition strategies, I quickly realized that everything starts with the offer, what you're giving in exchange for a customer's money. It's the foundation of every transaction. That's where it all begins. This book is about crafting profitable offers. More specifically, it's about reliably turning advertising dollars into massive profits by combining pricing, value, guarantees, and naming strategies. Together, I call these elements the Grand Slam offer. I chose this term partly as a nod to the Jeff Bezos quote above. A Grand Slam in baseball is extraordinary and rare, just like a Grand Slam offer in business. The difference? In business, it doesn't take more effort to create a Grand Slam offer than it does to fail. The deciding factor is the marketer's skill in connecting the offer with the audience's desires. In business, you can create SOSO offers, the singles and doubles that keep the lights on and pay the bills. But unlike baseball, where a Grand Slam scores 4 runs at most, a Grand Slam offer can yield 1,000-fold return. It's like hitting the ball so perfectly that one swing wins every World Series for the next century. Achieving this level of success takes practice. Just as hitting a major league fastball requires perfect stance, vision, timing, and speed, creating a Grand Slam offer demands mastery of countless variables. With enough skill, you can transform the unpredictable world of customer acquisition into a home run derby, hitting one successful offer after another. To outsiders, your success will seem extraordinary, but to you, it'll just feel like another day at work. Even the greatest hitters in history have a long list of strikeouts. The same is true for marketers. Skills are honed through failure and persistence. We take bold action, knowing most attempts will fail, but we press on for that one extraordinary connection, the one that brings our big payoff. The beauty of business is that you only need one Grand Slam offer to retire forever. I've achieved this 4 or 5 times in my life. Across my career, I've maintained a lifetime batting average of 36:1. For every $1 I've spent on advertising, I've earned $36, a 3,600% return. That's my average over 8 years, and I'm still improving. This book is my attempt to share these skills with you, focusing specifically on building Grand Slam offers. My goal is to help you achieve the same success I've experienced. This is the first in a series designed to guide entrepreneurs to financial freedom, the kind of fuck you money that changes your life. Future books will dive deeper into acquiring more customers, converting prospects, maximizing client value, and other critical lessons I wish I'd learned earlier in my career. Pro tip: faster, deeper learning by reading and listening. Here's a life hack I've used for years. If you listen to an audiobook while reading the physical or digital version, you'll process the information faster and retain it better. It engages multiple areas of your brain, making the content stick. This isn't about making an extra 99 cents. I've priced my products as low as the platforms allow. I'm just sharing something that's worked for me, especially since I struggle to stay focused. I recorded this audiobook in just 2 days and decided to include this tip here, early on, so you can give it a try. If you found value in this first chapter, consider grabbing the audio version and testing it out for yourself. Section I, How We Got Here. Magic will find those with pure hearts, even when all seems lost. Morgan Rhodes, December 24, 2016. Christmas Eve. The room was pitch black. My shoes stuck to a floor littered with dried soda and crushed bits of candy. The stale smell of popcorn lingered in the air. We'd arrived too late for good seats and ended up near the front of the theater. The massive projection filled my entire field of view. In its glow, I could see the outlines of Layla's family's faces. They looked hypnotized. I envied them. They sat, fully absorbed, enjoying their Christmas break. Must be nice. Anyone else would have assumed I was watching the movie too, but Layla knew me better. She could tell I wasn't following the story. My eyes were locked on the screen, but not tracking it. My face was pale, my cheekbones sharp, and my jaw tight. Weeks of relentless stress had stolen my appetite. "What's wrong?" she whispered. I didn't respond. She reached over, resting her hand on mine. When I didn't react, her fingers tightened around my wrist, searching for answers. "Your heart is racing," she said softly, concerned. Without waiting, she took my pulse. 100 beats per minute. Nearly double what it should have been for a fit 27-year-old sitting in a cool, dark room. "What's going on?" she asked again, more firmly this time. The truth? I was terrified. A few hours earlier, I looked ridiculous, crammed into a child's miniature play chair. My knees nearly touched my chest, even with my feet planted on the worn, beige carpet. My laptop sat awkwardly on my angled knees, radiating heat. Around me, dolls and toys lay scattered, their wide-eyed, toothy grins frozen in time. They'd been my silent audience for weeks. We were staying at Layla's parents' house. They'd recently become grandparents and turned this spare room into a playroom for visiting grandchildren. I didn't have a home of my own, so they graciously let us stay as long as we needed. They even let me use the playroom as an office for my business, which, at that point, felt as imaginary as the stories they told their grandchildren in this very room. It felt like playing dress-up, only the stakes were painfully real. My ears burned from holding the phone against them for what felt like hours. I kept switching hands, my arms aching from the weight of the call. "I'm sorry, Mr. Hormozi," the voice on the other end said. "We have to hold these funds for the next 6 months. We've noticed some irregular activity, and this is a precautionary measure." "Are you kidding me? $120,000? A precaution?" "I'm sorry, sir, our underwriting team—" "Yeah, I heard you," I snapped, cutting him off. "I don't accept that. Sir, it's not up to me. It's just our Polly. What am I supposed to tell my salesman? He has a baby and another on the way. Are you going to tell him he can't buy food for his pregnant wife and newborn? Are you going to pay his mortgage?" I was seething. "Sir, it's not yours to take," I said, my aggression giving way to desperation. "Look, just send me half so I can pay my employees. It's Christmas Eve, for fuck's sake." "Sir, per your agreement, we're holding the full amount for 6 months. His voice trailed off as my chest tightened. Fuck. I hung up and checked my accounts. $23,036. I owed my salesman $22,000 in commission for $120,000 in sales I'd never receive. Without giving myself time to think, I wired it to him. $22,000 payment successful. Balance, $1,036. Fuck. The sunlight was blinding as we stepped out of the matinee. Families shuffled through the revolving doors, creating their Christmas memories. I was in a daze. Layla led me to the car, her hand firmly holding mine. "What's wrong?" "What happened?" she asked. "The money isn't coming," I said flatly. "What do you mean?" "It's delayed?" I sighed in defeat. "They're keeping it." "Can they do that?" "Apparently," I replied, my voice detached, trying to maintain composure with her parents nearby. "What about the commissions?" "I already paid him," I said, staring straight ahead. "Everything." Her concern turned to dread. The drive home was silent. I stared out the window, and she held my hand. It was more comforting than I expected. We'd get through this. 30 days earlier, I had made the decision to go all in on a new business I called Gym Launch. The concept was simple. I would fly across the country, visit gyms, and fill them to capacity using a methodology I had perfected while running my own chain of gyms. In preparation, I had sold 5 of my 6 gyms. All the funds from those sales, essentially my life's work, had been deposited into an account I shared with a new business partner. This was supposed to be the seed money for our new venture. Finally, I thought, I was about to taste success. That morning, my alarm went off. Groggy, I swung my arm over, fumbling blindly on the bedside table to silence it. Layla, still asleep beside me, didn't stir. Lying there, I reached for my phone to check the bank account, a daily ritual. The balance read $300. Wait. That couldn't be right. Just yesterday, there was $46,000 in the account. Adrenaline surged as I scrolled through the transactions. $45, 700 payment successful. I checked the recipient. It was my partner. He had drained the account. Fuck. 4 years of work, gone in an instant. No gyms, no equipment, no employees. Nothing. I was officially broke, with less than nothing to show for it. I felt dead inside. As if that wasn't enough, the same 30-day period brought more disasters. My mom had been in a near-fatal accident and was still under 24-hour care. I'd totaled my car in a 60 miles per hour head-on collision and earned a DUI for my trouble. The one silver lining? I had started selling a challenge offer at a gym, collecting all the cash up front as my fee for turning their business around. So I did the only thing I knew how to do, I sold. My salesman had closed $120,000 in deals that month, and I owed him a $22,000 commission. The problem? The $120,000 never arrived. We need to talk, I said to Layla, motioning for her to join me in the other room. Staring at the floor, I worked up the courage to speak. I've got nothing, I admitted. I'm a sinking ship, and you don't have to stay with me. She reached out, gently grabbing my chin and lifting my face so I had no choice but to look at her. I would sleep with you under a bridge if it came to that, she said. I wanted to cry tears of joy, but I was so emotionally drained that my response came across as flat. I wouldn't stay with me. Are we still going to do these launches tomorrow? She asked. All my friends quit their jobs to do this. Her tone was matter of fact, but it stung. I don't know, I admitted. This could go horribly wrong. I trust you. We'll figure it out, she said simply. At that moment, I had 2 things left, a grand slam offer and an old business credit card with a $100,000 limit. The day after Christmas, just 2 days after the gut-wrenching call with the payment processor, we were set to launch 6 new gyms. Simultaneously. The math was terrifying. Airfare, hotels, rental cars, gas, ad spend, all multiplied by 6. I was committing to $3,300 per day in expenses. My last dollar had gone to paying my salesman. I still remember my hand trembling as I clicked the ads live, off on. And just like that, I was in debt at a rate of $412 per working hour. Every day, $3,300 was deducted from the card. $300, I officially had nothing. $300, now I had less than nothing. $300, $10,000 deeper into the red. $300, this one decision could ruin my future forever. But something unexpected happened. That month, January 2017, things started to turn around. According to my old processing records, we made $100,117. It was just enough to cover the daily $3,300 bleeding from the credit card. It was actually working. I could hardly believe it. I had thrown a Hail Mary, and the universe caught it. In the following months, my life transformed. I went from researching bankruptcy lawyers to managing $3 million in profits within the first 12 months. It felt surreal. In hindsight, it still does. By the end of that year, our business was generating $1,500,000 plus per month. 12 months later, that number grew to $4,400,000 per month. 2 years after that, we crossed $120 million in total sales. We donated $2 million to support equal opportunity programs in low-income areas. We met Arnold Schwarzenegger, my lifelong hero, and were invited to join the board of his charity, After School All-Stars. 12 months later, we had built a portfolio of 7 8-figure and multi-8-figure companies across various industries: photography, publishing, fitness, business consulting, beauty, and business types, including brick-and-mortar chains, software, services, e-commerce, and training and education. Collectively, our portfolio companies generated about $1,600,000 per week and growing. Even now, I can hardly believe it. All of this was made possible because of three things: a girl who believed in me, a credit card, and a grand slam offer. I know it feels like I just teleported you from rags to riches. Naturally, you're wondering how. That's what the rest of this book, and the other books and free courses in this acquisition series will break down. The skill of crafting offers saved me from bankruptcy and, if I'm being honest, probably saved my life. I've made so many mistakes in my life, bad decisions, wrong turns, and moments where I hurt people, whether knowingly or accidentally. I've done bad things with good intentions. I say this because I'm human. I'm not here to pretend I have all the answers. I'm still battling my own demons every single day. But despite my many shortcomings, I've managed to master this one thing: making great offers. And I want to share that skill with you. I don't know who you are, yes, you, the one listening to this, but thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for allowing me to do work that feels meaningful. Thank you for giving me your most valuable asset, your attention. I promise to give you a positive return on that investment. Here's your first piece of good news. If you're listening to this, you're already in the top 10% most people buy things and then promptly ignore them. But here you are, engaged and willing to learn. I'll give you a spoiler: the further you go in this book, the better the nuggets get. Keep going. This book delivers. The world needs more entrepreneurs. It needs more fighters. It needs more magic. And that's exactly what I'm here to share with you: magic. Grand slam offers make people an offer so good they would feel stupid saying no. Travis Jones: I was 23 years old and, to borrow a line from Ruth in Ozark, I didn't know shit about fuck. Yet there I was, in a Las Vegas penthouse hotel room, surrounded by 10 business owners, learning about marketing and sales. I was wearing my most fashionable beast mode t-shirt, a freebie, and one of the 5 shirts I owned at the time. Truthfully, I felt anxious and out of place. I was self-conscious and convinced I'd made a huge mistake. I'd paid $3,000, money I didn't have, for a seat at the table. Everyone else in the room had a business. Me? I was still planning to start one, a gym. TJ, the event organizer, was someone I instantly admired. He had multiple successful businesses, and during the agenda rundown, he casually mentioned making $1 million that year. $1 million. I was spellbound. I want to be like this guy. I'll do anything. But there was one problem: I had no idea what anyone in the room was talking about. KPIs? CPLs? Conversion rates? The terms flew over my head. I pretended to follow along, but I'm bad at pretending. During a break, TJ approached me. He must have seen I was in way over my head. He was kind, curious, and approachable. After a bit of small talk, he asked me a simple question, one that changed my life forever: do you want to know the secret to sales? I had never sold anything in my life. I hadn't even read a book about sales. I barely knew what the term meant. But I nodded, opened my notepad, and stared at him with laser focus, ready to absorb every word. He looked at me, dead serious, and said, "Make people an offer so good they would feel stupid saying no." That was it. I wrote it down. I underlined it. I circled it. And with those words, my entire perspective on selling was transformed. My mind raced. I didn't need to be skilled or particularly talented. I just needed to create offers so irresistible that saying no would feel foolish. That's when the greatest game of my life began. What this book is about: every successful business owner started out as an entrepreneur, someone full of ideas, brimming with potential, and frustrated at not knowing how to turn it into success. At some point, they realized the terrible trade they were making, sacrificing their freedom for the false security of a job. The discomfort of staying the same began to outweigh the discomfort of change. That's when they took the leap. I'm going to be an entrepreneur. Free to do whatever I want, whenever I want, with whomever I want. People come to entrepreneurship through different paths. Some find it through personal development. Others buy into a franchise. Some take courses. And others simply say, fuck it. I'm doing it. Whatever the path, they make it work. Most entrepreneurs begin with the intention to help people, often by solving a problem they've personally struggled with. They set out to give back and provide value. But eventually, they realize something: owning a business isn't the destination, it's just the beginning. In the transition from being passionate to being a business owner, many of us discover that knowing our craft doesn't mean we know how to run a business, let alone turn a profit. Succeeding in business means convincing prospective customers to trade their hard-earned money for our services. It's a value exchange. And that exchange begins with the offer. What's an offer? An offer is the foundation of business. It's what initiates the value exchange, a trade of dollars for value. It includes the goods or services you provide, how you accept payment, and the terms of the agreement. The offer is what attracts new customers, making it the lifeblood of your business. No offer? No business. No life. Bad offer? Negative profit. No business. Miserable life. Decent offer? No profit. Stagnation in business and life. Good offer? Some profit. An okay business. An okay life. Grand slam offer? Massive profit. Incredible business. Freedom. This book is about crafting those grand slam offers so effective, profitable, and transformative that they seem like magic to the untrained eye. Why this matters: over the past decade, I've created thousands of offers. Most failed. Some did okay. And a few struck gold. But for a long time, I didn't understand why. As Dr. Robert Bergelman, a renowned Stanford business professor, once said, it is far better to understand why you failed than to be ignorant of why you succeeded. Eventually, as I analyzed the data, what seemed like luck started to look more like a repeatable framework. I've been fortunate to strike gold enough times to document these frameworks, and, as it turns out, to make lightning strike twice. This book is your guide to learning those frameworks. Grand Slam offers. I've organized the steps and components of these frameworks into a logical, actionable format designed to be useful right now. No vague theories or mental gymnastics here. This book is about action. The two main problems most entrepreneurs face, and how this book solves them. While the list of challenges you face as an entrepreneur can feel endless, most of them boil down to two core issues. 1. Not enough clients. 2. Not enough cash. Seems simple, right? But here's the catch: solving the first problem, getting more clients, takes time and money, which eats into your profit margins and worsens the second problem. What's worse, prospects often compare your services to cheaper, crappier alternatives. The cheapest option wins, even if winning means working harder for less. Let's say you slash your prices to attract more clients. Maybe you end up with a full load, but now you're barely scraping by because your profit margins are razor thin. Competition becomes a race to the bottom, and you're left wondering how to make it all work. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Every entrepreneur faces these challenges at some point. And here's the thing: it's not your fault. The typical business models out there weren't designed for profit maximization. They were designed by companies with deep pockets and venture funding, which allows them to operate at a loss for years. But in the real world, most entrepreneurs are just trying to get by. They end up buying themselves a job, working 100 hours a week to avoid working 40. Not exactly the dream you signed up for, is it? Here's the good news: the strategies in this book, if executed, can transform your business quickly. Even if you're not into spreadsheets or complex business models, I've done the hard work for you. This book walks you step by step through why the traditional models don't work, how to solve the two big problems of clients and cash, How to enhance the value of your offers to outmarket your competition and increase profits. We've used this offer model across dozens of industries: gyms, dentists, plumbers, software, e-commerce, and more, and it's amazing how quickly results follow when applied. What's in it for you? I've made every dumb business mistake imaginable. Now, you can learn from my brutal, multi-million-dollar failures without having to experience the pain yourself. Building these businesses has been an emotional roller coaster for me. I wouldn't trade those experiences for anything, but if this book helps just one entrepreneur avoid the suffering I endured, keep their doors open, or achieve their dreams, it will all be worth it. If you're willing to trade the time it takes to watch 2 episodes of your favorite TV show to study this book, and implement even a single component of an offer, I guarantee you'll add more clients and more dollars to your bottom line. Reading this book and putting its principles into action will be the single best return on your time for your business. Nothing else will deliver what this book can in such a short amount of time. That's a promise. The best part? Implementing a new offer is one of the easiest changes you can make in your business. This isn't abstract stuff about culture or management, it's real, actionable, how you sell shit for lots of money material. What's in it for me? I've created this book, the accompanying course, and all my other resources, available at acquisition.com, to help as many people as possible make more money and serve more clients. I've made these materials with the goal of providing more value than a $1,000 course, a $30,000 coaching program, or even a $200,000 college degree. While I could sell them for that, I choose not to. Why? Because I've made my money doing these things, not teaching them. My business model is different. Here's how. For entrepreneurs under $3 million per year, my goal is to help you reach that milestone and earn your trust. Try a few tactics from this book. Watch them work. Then try a few more. The more you see results in your business, the more you'll believe in this process. For entrepreneurs between $3 million and $10 million per year, once you're at this level, or if you're already there, I'd love the opportunity to invest in your business and help you scale to $30 million, $50 million, or even $100 million plus. I don't sell coaching, masterminds, or courses. Instead, I take equity in companies and use the infrastructure, resources, and teams from my portfolio to fast-track their growth. But don't take my word for it, we just met. If you're curious, here's my business model. It's as simple as the 4-piece pyramid logo. 1. Provide value at no cost, value that far exceeds what the rest of the marketplace charges for. 2. Help entrepreneurs use materials that actually work to make money while helping more people. 3. Earn the trust of hyper-executor business owners who scale their businesses to $3 million, $10 million per year using these frameworks. 4. Invest in those businesses to make a greater impact at scale, while continuing to help everyone else for free. If you look carefully, this process reverse engineers success. I think it's pretty cool. Here's why. I know these business owners can execute the frameworks without needing hand-holding. Because of that, they're very likely to succeed with the next set of frameworks. Scaling from $30 million to $50 million, or $100 million, looks very different than scaling to $3 million, $10 million. They know my approach works for them because it already has. This creates a relationship of mutual trust. I trust they can execute, and they trust that our systems deliver because they already have. And while this is happening, we're helping everyone else for free. This setup allows me to preemptively avoid failures and dramatically increase the likelihood of success. Let me show you how much. At the time of this writing, every business I've started since March 2017 has hit a $1,500,000 month run rate. According to the Small Business Administration, the odds of a single business even reaching $10 million a year in revenue are just 0.4%, 1 in 250. The odds of doing it 4 times in a row? 0.4% x 0.4% x 0.4% x 0. 4%. That's a very low probability that it's luck. Because of this, I can confidently say we know how to replicate success. The frameworks I share work time and time again because they're grounded in timeless business principles. I actively visualize, every day, how it felt to wake up in the middle of the night, drenched in cold sweat, wondering how I'd make payroll. That gut-wrenching meditation keeps me hungry as an entrepreneur. But it also makes me deeply grateful for the security and peace of mind I've built since then. I want that same peace of mind for you and for anyone else who truly cares about what they do. Fair enough? Cool. Let's dive in. Section 2, Pricing, the commodity problem. Think different. Steve Jobs' grow or die is a core belief in our companies. We hold that every person, every business, and every organism is either growing or dying. There's no in-between. Maintenance? That's a myth. If your business isn't growing, it's dying. It's a tough truth many entrepreneurs face. I learned it the hard way, and my businesses struggled for years because I ignored it. Let me explain. The market is always expanding. The stock market, for example, grows at an average rate of 9% annually. If your business isn't growing at least 9% per year, you're falling behind. What some call maintenance is really about keeping up with this baseline growth. In faster-growing markets, you might need to grow by 20-30% annually just to stay competitive. So, maintaining the status quo? It's simply not an option. So, how do you achieve growth? Fortunately, it boils down to just 3 things. 1. Get more customers. 2. Increase the average purchase value. 3. Get customers to buy more frequently. That's it. Sure, there are countless strategies to achieve these goals, but every path to growth falls into one of these 3 categories. An example, suppose I acquire 10 new clients each month, and each client is worth $1,000 over their lifetime. My business will cap at $10,000 per month in revenue. 10 clients, $1,000 lifetime value equals $10,000 a month. To grow, I either need to bring in more clients every month or increase their value, whether by boosting profit margins or encouraging them to buy more often. That's the formula, plain and simple. Author's note, only 2 ways to grow. If we simplify even further, there are really just 2 ways to grow. 1. Get more customers. 2. Increase the value of each customer. Increasing customer value can be broken into 2 subcategories. Raising profit per purchase. Increasing the number of purchases per customer. While I present these as 3 distinct growth strategies in this book for clarity, they all lead to the same outcome, growing customer value. Key business concepts. Before diving deeper, let's clarify some foundational business terms. I didn't always understand these concepts myself, like the time I stood clueless in a Las Vegas penthouse wearing a beast mode t-shirt. Let's make sure you're better equipped than I was. Gross profit. This is the revenue minus the direct cost of servicing an additional customer. Example, if I sell lotion for $10 and it costs $2 to produce, my gross profit is $8, or 80%. Similarly, if I provide a service for $1,000 per month and it costs $100 in labor to fulfill, my gross profit is $900, or 90%. Gross profit does not include overhead costs like rent, admin, or software. Those come out of net profit. Lifetime value. This is the total gross profit generated from a customer over their lifetime. Example, if a customer pays $1,000 a month for 5 months and it costs $100 a month to fulfill, their lifetime value equals $4,500 LTV. Different sources define lifetime value differently. Some focus on total revenue, while others, like I do, focus on gross profit. For clarity, I sometimes refer to it as LTGP. Value-driven versus price-driven purchases. This book is a guide for businesses that want to grow. After years of consulting entrepreneurs, I've seen what makes some businesses skyrocket and others stall. The difference? A Grand Slam offer. A Grand Slam offer helps you achieve all 3 growth objectives. More customers. Higher average purchase value. Increased purchase frequency. But most importantly, it differentiates your product or service in the marketplace. In other words, it shifts customer focus from price to value. The commodity trap. A commodity is a product available from many sources. When your product becomes a commodity, customers choose based on price alone, a race to the bottom. If customers see your product as interchangeable with a competitor's, they'll always pick the cheaper option. This drives prices down, squeezing margins until your business is barely surviving. You might cover costs, but that's all, leaving you stuck, waiting for a turnaround that never comes. A Grand Slam offer eliminates this problem. What is a Grand Slam offer? Let's start with the definition. A Grand Slam offer is an offer so unique and compelling that it cannot be compared to any other product or service in the market. It combines an attractive promotion, an unmatchable value proposition, a premium price, and an unbeatable guarantee. Most importantly, it includes a payment model that allows you to get paid while acquiring new customers, effectively removing the cash constraint on business growth. In essence, it positions your business in a category of one. The customer's decision shifts from choosing between your product and a competitor's to choosing between your product and doing nothing. This removes direct price comparisons and lets you charge based on the value the customer perceives, not on market norms. The result? You gain more customers, charge higher prices, and achieve greater profitability. If you prefer fancy marketing terms, here's the breakdown. 1. Increased response rates, more people click or engage with your ads. 2. Increased conversion rates, more prospects turn into paying customers. 3. Premium pricing, you can charge higher prices. A Grand Slam offer doesn't just improve one metric, it boosts all three. If your ad spend stays the same, but you get more clicks, close more sales, and charge higher prices, your business grows exponentially. Why Grand Slam offers work? I've created successful offers time and again, not because I'm extraordinary, but because I've been through the trial and error process more times than I care to count. Over time, I've sifted through what consistently fails and held onto the strategies that reliably work. Here's the most important lesson: a Grand Slam offer transforms the perception of your business. Even if the fulfillment work is the same as that of a commoditized business, the offer makes your product appear completely different. This shift takes your business from being part of the crowd to standing out as something unique. With a commoditized offer, prospects shop based on price, forcing you to compete in a race to the bottom. A Grand Slam offer, however, reframes the conversation. Instead of comparing your product to others, prospects evaluate the unique value you bring. This recalibration of their value meter allows you to establish your own category, where price comparison becomes irrelevant. Real-life example: Grand Slam offer money math. Let's take a look at a real-world example. One of our companies provides software for advertising agencies. With this software, agencies can transform their commoditized lead generation services into a Grand Slam offer of pay for performance. Here's how that change impacts revenue: the old way, commoditized, price-driven. Offer: $1,000 upfront, then $1,000 month retainer for services. Breakdown: the agency signs 5 clients and spends $10,000 to acquire them. At a return of 0.5 to 1 on ad spend, the agency breaks even after 30 days when the clients pay their second $1,000. By month 2, the $5,000 in client retainers becomes the first profitable revenue. This is a typical commoditized model. It works, but it's far from ideal. Agencies using this model often struggle to stand out because their offers are indistinguishable from competitors. Commoditized offers are easily replicated. A typical pitch goes something like this: you pay us to work. We do the work. You might get results. Or you might not. It's a reasonable offer, but it's also generic. Prospects can easily compare prices between agencies, leading to constant pressure to stay competitive. This erodes margins and makes it hard to retain clients. The result? You either lower prices to keep clients or lose them to cheaper competitors. Over time, this squeezes profits until the business becomes unsustainable. Instead of competing on price, we craft an offer so unique it speaks for itself. A Grand Slam offer removes the need for lengthy explanations about why your product is better. If prospects don't immediately see the difference, they're likely not the right audience for your business anyway. Let's look at the contrast in numbers when a Grand Slam offer is used. Here's an example of a Grand Slam offer. Pay once. No recurring fees. No retainers. Just cover the ad spend. Performance-based payment. I'll generate leads, work those leads for you, and only charge if people show up. Guarantee, you'll get 20 new customers in your first month, or your next month is free. Bonuses, I'll provide everything you need to succeed. Daily sales coaching for your staff. Tested scripts and proven price points. Offers you can swipe and deploy immediately. Sales call recordings. The full playbook for your industry. In short, I'll not only bring people into your business, but I'll also show you how to sell to them at the highest price points, maximizing your revenue. Sound fair enough? This offer is drastically different from the old commoditized approach, but what about the results? Let's talk money. With the Grand Slam offer, you spend the same amount of money to reach the same audience. However, 1. The offer is so compelling that 2.5x more people respond to your ad. 2. Once they respond, 2.5x more of them convert into paying customers. 3. You're able to charge 4x the price up front because the value is undeniable. The math? 2.54 equals 22.4x more cash collected up front. Let's say you spend $10,000 on ad spend. With the Grand Slam offer, you make $112,000 in revenue. That's not just profitable, it's transformative. Comparison, old way versus new way. In the old, commoditized approach, half of your ad spend is effectively wasted up front, and you're fighting to break even in the second month. With the Grand Slam offer, you're not just breaking even, you're making money while acquiring customers. This shifts your business bottleneck. Instead of struggling with cash flow or customer acquisition, your biggest challenge becomes fulfilling the work you love doing. Cash constraints? Gone. It's a game changer. The profitability, 22.4x compared to the old model, enables you to scale faster and more sustainably. This is the moment where, metaphorically speaking, you walk away from the explosion in slow motion, knowing you've nailed it. Real-life results, Grand Slam offer in action. This exact Grand Slam offer transformed our software business serving agencies. The results can escalate quickly. A 22.4x return sounds unbelievable, but that's the point. Play the same game as everyone else, and you'll get the same mediocre results, singles, doubles, just enough to survive. But align the pieces correctly, and you'll knock it out of the park. In our first 18 months, we scaled from $500,000 per year to $28 million annually on less than $1 million in ad spend. When you get this right, the returns aren't just impressive, they're extraordinary. Numbers like 20:1, 50:1, even 100:1 become real. Free gift number 1, bonus tutorial. Start here for a deeper dive. Visit acquisition.com training offers and watch the free course. You'll learn how I differentiate offers in the businesses I consult with, enabling them to charge premium prices. I've also included free standard operating procedures and cheat codes to help you implement these strategies quickly. It's absolutely free. Enjoy. Pricing, finding the right market. A starving crowd. The seed that fell on good soil represents those who truly hear and understand God's word and produce a harvest of 30, 60, or even 100 times as much as had been planted. Matthew 13 verse 23. A marketing professor once asked his students, if you were going to open a hot dog stand, and you could only have one advantage over your competitors, what would it be? The answers came pouring in: location, quality, low prices, the best taste. The students rattled off every idea they could think of until the room grew silent, waiting for the professor to speak. He smiled and said, a starving crowd. You could have terrible hot dogs, ridiculous prices, and a bad location. But if you're the only hot dog stand in town and a college football game lets out nearby, you're going to sell out. That's the power of a starving crowd. When there's overwhelming demand for a solution, you don't need to be exceptional at business, have a great offer, or even be persuasive. You'll still make money. A real-life example, the COVID-19 toilet paper shortage. Think back to the early days of COVID-19 when toilet paper was scarce. There were no offers, terrible pricing, and no sales pitches. Yet rolls of toilet paper were selling for $100 or more. Why? Because the crowd was starving. That's the value of high demand. Selling newspapers, a good friend of mine, Lloyd, owned a software business that served newspapers for nearly a decade. His software helped newspapers set up digital ad services with just a few clicks, allowing them to sell new ad products instantly. His model was risk-free. He only charged a percentage of the revenue he generated for them. If they made nothing, neither did he. But despite having a great product, a strong offer, and natural sales skills, Lloyd's business started to decline. Being a determined entrepreneur, he tried every angle to fix the problem, yet nothing worked. I watched him struggle, and the answers seemed obvious to me. Before I share it, let me ask you, what do you think the issue was? Was it the product? The offer? The marketing? His team? Let's break it down. It wasn't his product, it was excellent. It wasn't his offer, his zero-risk revenue-sharing model was fantastic. It wasn't his sales skills, he's a natural-born salesman. The problem? His market. He was selling to newspapers, a market shrinking by 25% every year. Lloyd had examined every aspect of his business except the most obvious one. After years of fighting a losing battle, he realized the market itself was the source of his struggles. He ultimately downsized his company. But this story has a second half. When COVID hit, Lloyd pivoted. He launched an automated mask manufacturing company. With new technology, he brought the cost of masks lower than those imported from China. Within 5 months, he was generating millions in revenue each month. Same entrepreneur. Different market. This shift illustrates the immense power of picking the right market. Lloyd applied his existing skills to a new industry, one he had no prior experience in, and succeeded beyond imagination. Lloyd's story serves as a cautionary tale. Your market matters. Even the smartest, most capable entrepreneurs can be blinded by their determination. We don't like to quit, we're wired to solve problems, no matter how impossible they seem. But no amount of skill or effort can overcome a market that's fundamentally flawed. How to pick the right market? There's a market out there desperately in need of your skills. Your job is to find it. When you do, you'll wonder why it took so long. Don't get too attached to a specific audience. Instead, serve the people who can pay you what you're worth. Remember, choosing a market is your choice. Choose wisely. Here's the key, you need demand. We're not trying to create demand, we're channeling it. That's a crucial distinction. If your market doesn't have demand for your offer, nothing else in this book will work. This entire framework assumes you're operating in at least a normal market. A normal market is one that's growing at the same pace as the overall economy and has unmet needs in one of 3 areas. 1. Improved health. 2. Increased wealth. 3. Improved relationships. For example, Lloyd's newspaper business was targeting a dying market. No strategy could have saved it. That said, even being in a normal market is enough to make extraordinary money. Every market I've entered has been a normal one. You don't need to sell ice to Eskimos, you just need to sell something people already want. Finding the right market, the 4 indicators when picking a market. I look for 4 key indicators. Let's go through them before returning to the concept of crafting a grand slam offer. 1. Massive pain. Your market should not just want what you're offering, they should desperately need it. Pain is any frustration or discomfort that people experience in their lives. Being broke is painful. A bad marriage is painful. Back pain, an unattractive smile, or being overweight, all are sources of pain. Humans experience endless types of pain, and for entrepreneurs, that means endless opportunities. The degree of pain directly correlates with the price you can charge. The greater the pain, the more people are willing to pay for relief. In the value equation chapter, we'll dive deeper into this concept. Here's the key: when people hear your solution to their pain and imagine how their lives would improve without it, they should feel drawn to your offer. I often tell sales teams, the pain is the pitch. If you can articulate a prospect's pain better than they can, they'll almost always buy what you're selling. A prospect must have a painful problem for you to solve and charge money to fix it. Pro tip: the goal of good writing is for the reader to understand. The goal of good persuasion is for the prospect to feel understood. 2. Purchasing power. Even if your audience is in massive pain, they must have the financial ability to pay for your solution. A friend of mine had a fantastic system for helping people improve their resumes and land more job interviews. He was great at it. But no matter what he did, he couldn't get people to pay for his services. Why? Because his audience was unemployed. Sure, they were in pain. Sure, the market was large and constantly growing. But he missed a crucial factor: his audience lacked purchasing power. When choosing your market, ensure your potential customers have the money, or access to the money, needed to afford your services at the price you require to make it worth your time. 3. Easy to target. Even if you've identified a perfect market, you need to be able to find the people in it. Markets that are easy to target make it simpler to deliver a grand slam offer. Examples of easily targetable markets include groups with associations they belong to, email lists, social media communities, channels they all watch. If your prospects are gathered in identifiable places, you can market to them directly. But if finding your audience feels like looking for needles in a haystack, it becomes far more challenging to get your offer in front of the right eyes. Here's a practical example. Let's say you want to serve wealthy doctors. If your ads are being shown to nursing students instead, your offer will fall on deaf ears. The takeaway? Make sure your ideal audience is easy to target with your promotions. 4. Growing markets act as a tailwind, pushing you forward and making progress easier. Declining markets, on the other hand, act as a headwind, making everything harder. Take Lloyd's example from the earlier story. Newspapers had 3 of the 4 qualities of a great market. 1. A lot of pain. 2. Purchasing power. 3. Easy targeting. But the market was shrinking rapidly. Despite his best efforts, the entire marketplace worked against him. Markets move quickly, and business is hard enough as it is. Choosing a growing market gives you a tailwind, making everything smoother and faster. There are 3 universal markets that will always exist: health, wealth, and relationships. These markets persist because the lack of health, wealth, or strong relationships causes tremendous pain. There will always be demand for solutions to these fundamental human struggles. Your job is to find a smaller subgroup within one of these broad markets. Look for a group that, 1. Is in massive pain, 2. Has buying power, 3. Is easy to target, 4. Is part of a growing market. For example, let's say you're a relationship coach. Instead of focusing on college students struggling with relationships, you could target second half of life relationship coaching for senior citizens. Why? Older individuals who are lonely experience more pain. They have greater purchasing power. They're easier to find. And the market is growing. At the time of writing, more people are turning 65 each year than 20. This is the idea. Think about what you're good at within health, wealth, or relationships. Then, identify the group that values your service the most, has the financial means to pay for it, can be reached easily. If all 3 criteria are strong and the market isn't shrinking, you'll be set up for success. Finding the right market. How much does it matter? How important is finding a great market versus a normal market versus a bad market? The answer: it depends. Let me explain. It's unlikely you'll find yourself in a dying market like the newspaper example, and equally unlikely that you'll experience a buying frenzy like toilet paper during COVID. Most of us will operate in a normal market, and that's perfectly fine. There's a fortune to be made in normal markets. The key takeaway? You can't succeed in a bad market. Beyond that, the success formula boils down to 3 elements, ranked in order of importance. 1. Market strength. 2. Offer strength. 3. Persuasion skills. Here's how this plays out based on the quality of each element. Example 1. Great market, bad offer, poor persuasion skills. If you're in a great market, say, selling hot dogs outside a bar at 2 a.m. when mobs of starving, drunk people are roaming the streets, you'll sell out, even if your offer is weak and your sales skills are non-existent. Example 2. Normal market, great offer, weak persuasion skills. Most of us fall into this category. If you're in a normal market but have a grand slam offer, you can make tons of money, even if you're not great at persuasion. This book is designed to help you maximize your success by teaching you how to create offers that sell themselves. Example 3. Normal market, normal offer, great persuasion skills. If you're in a normal market with an average offer, you'll need exceptional persuasion skills to succeed. Many empires have been built on persuasion alone, but it's the hardest path. It requires relentless effort and years of mastery. Crafting a strong offer allows you to shortcut this process, avoiding the need for extraordinary persuasive skills. Without a great offer, you're left with a normal business that demands exceptional effort to achieve success. Here's a saying I use when coaching entrepreneurs on picking their target market: don't make me niche slap you. Too often, new entrepreneurs dabble in one market, don't see immediate success, and assume the market is the problem. They switch from helping dentists to chiropractors, thinking the change will solve everything. But in reality, both markets are normal, with billions of dollars in revenue. The issue isn't the market, it's the lack of a grand slam offer. When entrepreneurs hop from niche to niche, they restart from scratch every time. This endless pivoting wastes time and delays success. Pick your niche. Then commit to it. All markets have their challenges. The grass isn't greener elsewhere. If you keep hopping from one market to another, hoping to find the perfect one, you'll deserve to be niche slapped. Niching down will make you more money. Here's why. Focusing on a specific niche allows you to charge exponentially more for the same product or service. Author's note: when to broaden. If your business is generating less than $10 million per year, niching down is almost always the best strategy. After that, whether you should broaden depends on the size of your total addressable market, the total pool of potential customers in your niche. Most businesses don't need to worry about this. Only 1 in 250 businesses ever reach $10 million in annual revenue. For 99.6% of entrepreneurs, niching down will be far more profitable than trying to serve everyone. However, if you aim to scale beyond $10 million, you may need to broaden your audience by going upmarket, targeting higher-income customers. Downmarket, offering more affordable options. Adjacent, expanding into related markets where your existing services provide value. For context, many businesses have reached $30 million or more by focusing on a single niche: chiropractors, gyms, plumbers, solar installers, roofers, salon owners, and similar markets. If you're at $1 million or $3 million and think you've capped out, you're wrong. You don't need a new market, you need a better offer. Understanding the power of niching changed my life. When I shifted from trying to help anyone to focusing on micro gym owners, my business skyrocketed. I narrowed my audience to gyms with 100 members, a signed lease, at least one employee, a focus on helping clients lose weight. That specificity allowed me to craft highly targeted messaging and solve their exact problems. We turned down anyone who didn't fit that avatar: no personal trainers, no online coaches, no exceptions. Could I have helped them? Sure. But staying laser-focused on one niche improved our product and marketing exponentially. The result? Our messaging became crystal clear, and our solutions resonated deeply with our target audience. The 100x pricing principle, focusing on one niche, doesn't just simplify your business, it allows you to charge dramatically more. Dan Kennedy was the first to teach me this principle, and it transformed how I approached pricing. By honing in on a specific audience, you position yourself as the go-to expert in that niche, which justifies premium pricing. Niching product pricing example. Let me share an example I learned from Dan Kennedy that completely changed my perspective on pricing. Imagine you're selling a generic course on time management. Unless you're a world-famous time management guru with a unique story, it's unlikely to make a significant impact. What do you think a yet another time management course would sell for? Maybe $19 or $29, right? Nothing groundbreaking. Let's assume $19 for illustration. Now, let's apply the power of niching to this product and see what happens. 1. First niche. Time management for sales professionals. By targeting sales professionals, the course becomes more specific. Salespeople can directly connect better time management to closing more deals or increasing commissions, making it more valuable to them. With this small adjustment, the course could now sell for $99. A significant improvement, but we're just getting started. 2. Second niche. Time management for B2B outbound sales reps. Narrowing the focus further, we target B2B outbound sales reps, a group that likely handles larger, commission-based deals. Even a single extra sale could net them $500 or more, making the course's value easy to justify. At this level, the course could easily sell for $499, a 25x increase in price from the original version. 3. Third niche. Time management for B2B outbound power tools and gardening sales reps. Now we go even deeper. Imagine targeting a very specific group, like power tools and gardening equipment sales reps. For someone in this niche, this course feels like it was created just for them. They might happily pay $1,000 to $2,000 for the same core content because it's tailored precisely to their needs. Why niching works? Here's the kicker. The actual content of the program might remain nearly identical to the $19 version. But because it's targeted and speaks directly to the specific needs and experiences of the audience, its perceived value increases dramatically. This principle applies to any product or service. You want to position yourself as the person who solves this specific problem for this specific audience. The more targeted you are, the higher you can charge. For example, a generic weight loss program might sell for $19. But a program designed specifically for shift nurses, tailored to their unique schedules, challenges, and lifestyle, could sell for $1,997. Even if the core advice is the same, the perceived value skyrockets when it's applied to a niche. The takeaway: the market matters. Your niche matters. And if you can sell the same product for 100x the price just by niching down, should you? I'll let you decide. This chapter reinforces two key lessons. 1. Don't pick a bad market. Normal markets are fine. Great markets are even better. 2. Once you pick, commit to it. If you try 100 offers, you'll succeed. Most people never try anything. Others fail once and give up. Success requires resilience. If your offer doesn't work, it's not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of the offer. You don't suck, your offer does. The only way you lose is if you stop trying. If you find a phenomenal market, capitalize on it. Combine it with a grand slam offer, and you might never have to work again. Learn to assess markets effectively, considering pain, purchasing power, targeting, and growth, so that when an exceptional opportunity comes along, you can maximize it. What's next? Premium pricing. Now that we've covered how to identify and dominate a market, let's dive back into pricing strategies. The first step to making crazy money? Charging premium prices. Free gift number 2, bonus tutorial. Winning markets. Want to learn more about picking profitable markets and niches? Visit acquisition.com training offers and watch the tutorial titled Winning Markets. You'll also find a free checklist to evaluate how your market or niche measures up. It's completely free. Enjoy pricing, Charge what it's worth. Charge as high a price as you can say out loud without cracking a smile. Dan Kennedy. A lesson in worth. January 2019. All I could see was black. My eyes felt glued shut. I was awake, but my head felt like a 5-pound weight was duct taped to it, dragging my eyelids back down. I had to force myself to open them. As the dimly lit hotel room came into focus, I rolled over to the edge of the bed. Every muscle in my body protested as my weight shifted. My clothes lay scattered on the floor, evidence of how utterly exhausted I'd been the night before. I had just wrapped up a grueling 5-day gauntlet, back-to-back keynote presentations for 2 days with our highest-level clients, followed by 2 more days of planning with my entire company of 135-plus employees. I had missed a FaceTime call from my father the previous day. With nothing on my agenda for the morning, I slid into a hoodie and sweats, stepped into the hallway, and called him back. After the usual pleasantries, he got straight to the point, concern laced in his voice. "I saw the picture you posted of all your clients," he said. "I thought the event was for your highest-paying clients. I didn't know it was a big event. It looked like you had 1,000 people there." Still shaking off the weight of exhaustion, I tried to understand his concern. "That was only for our highest-level clients," I replied. "Just the ones who pay $42,000 a year. Our gym lords, like I told you. Every single person in that picture paid you $42,000? His tone shifted to something between disbelief and fear. "Yeah, wild, right?" My voice was hoarse from days of speaking and countless quick conversations. "Is it legal, what you're doing?" he asked. That escalated quickly, I thought. "Yes, Dad, it's legal. Of course, they know they're paying me that much. It's not like I'm secretly siphoning their money. That's a lot of money. I hope what you're giving them is worth it." Explaining value, I debated whether to dive into this or let it slide. But knowing my dad, this was going to be a thing. So I took a deep breath and explained. "If I made you $239,000 extra this year, would you pay me $42,000? I asked, using the average increase in revenue our systems generated for gyms in 11 months. "For sure," he replied. "I mean, if I knew I was going to make that back. But what would I have to do? About 15 hours of work per week. And how long would it take me to make the $239,000? 11 months. And how much of the $42,000 would I have to pay up front? Nothing. You'd only pay me as you started making the money using the system." I watched the realization hit. "Oh," he said. "Well, yeah, I do it. And that's why they do it too," I replied. "Making extraordinary amounts of money breaks people's minds. It stretches their understanding of what's possible to the point where they assume you must be doing something illegal or wrong. They literally can't even. Why? Because they think, how can someone make 1,000 times more than me? They can't be that much smarter or work that much harder. It doesn't make sense." In the 3 years leading up to this book, I took home over $1.2 million in profit every single month. That's more than the annual compensation of the CEOs of Ford, McDonald's, Motorola, and Yahoo combined. And I was still in my 20s. This level of success angers some, confuses many, and inspires a select few. If you're reading this, I hope you're in that last group, the ones bound for greatness. You can do this. You just need to learn how. And I'm going to show you. Understanding value, my dad's words stuck with me. I hope what you're giving them is worth it. For many, that kind of comment would sting. But I knew his reaction came from a lack of understanding about the value we provided. The key to making a compelling offer is understanding value. People buy things because they believe what they're getting is worth more than what they're giving in exchange. Value priced the moment the perceived value drops below the price, customers stop buying. This is what I call the price-to-value discrepancy, and it's something you need to avoid at all costs. As Warren Buffett famously said, price is what you pay. Value is what you get. The simplest, and often wrong, way to increase value, the easiest way to increase the gap between price and value, is to lower the price. But for most businesses, this is the wrong decision. Getting people to buy isn't the ultimate goal of a business. Making money is. Lowering your price might boost sales in the short term, but it's a one-way road to destruction. Why? Because you can only lower prices down to $0, but you can raise them infinitely high in the other direction. Unless you've invented a revolutionary way to reduce costs to a fraction of your competitors, don't compete on price. As Dan Kennedy wisely said, there is no strategic benefit to being the second cheapest in the marketplace, but there is for being the most expensive. The goal of a Grand Slam offer is to get more people to say yes at a higher price by increasing the value-to-price discrepancy. This means raising your price, but only after you've sufficiently increased the value of your offer. Think of it this way: customers should feel like they're buying $100,000 worth of value for $10,000. It's like getting money at a discount. Free gift number 3, bonus tutorial, charge what it's worth. If you want to learn how I create value discrepancies for B2B and B2C products, visit acquisition.com training offers and watch the tutorial titled Charge What It's Worth. My goal is to earn your trust by delivering value up front, and this tutorial is completely free. Enjoy. Why you should charge so much it hurts. Most business owners don't compete on price or value. In fact, they're not really competing at all. Here's how their pricing process typically goes. 1. Look at the marketplace. 2. See what competitors are offering. 3. Take the average. 4. Go slightly lower to remain competitive. 5. Offer what competitors do, but add a little more. 6. End up with a value proposition of more for less. Here's the kicker: the competitors they're copying? Most of them are dead broke. So why would you copy them? Pricing at the market average means pricing for market efficiency. Over time, efficient markets attract more competitors, each offering a little more for a little less. Eventually, no one can provide any more for any less. At this point, the market reaches perfect efficiency. Business owners make just enough money to survive, barely staying afloat. The weakest 10–20% of operators get washed out, only for fresh, inexperienced entrepreneurs to enter and repeat the same cycle. The result? You end up providing a service price just slightly above the cost to deliver it. But we're not here to tread water. We're here to make egregious amounts of money, the kind of money that has your relatives asking, "Is this even legal?" Why premium pricing is the only choice. Since there's no strategic benefit to being the second lowest priced option in your market, let me explain why premium pricing isn't just a smart business decision. It's also a moral one. Premium pricing is the only way to 1. Deliver the most value to your customers. 2. Stand out uniquely in your marketplace. 3. Create a virtuous cycle of pricing and service. Let's dive into the virtuous cycle of price. Picture of cycle why you must charge premium prices. I've used this framework repeatedly in my materials because it needs to be reinforced. The marketplace constantly pressures you to lower prices, but you must stay strong and resist. Charging premium prices isn't just a smart business move, it's how you best serve your customers. What happens when you lower prices? When you lower your prices, you decrease your client's emotional investment. They value it less because it didn't cost much. Lower the perceived value of your service. It's cheap, so how good can it be? Reduce client results. Less investment leads to less commitment and follow-through. Attract the wrong clients, those who are never satisfied until your service is free. Destroy your margins, making it impossible to provide exceptional service. Hire and retain the best people. Invest in growth, scale, or creating an extraordinary client experience. Lower prices lead to a vicious cycle. Your business struggles, your service suffers, and you're left competing in the race to the bottom. I've lived that life. It's miserable. If you care about your clients and employees, stop shortchanging them. There's a better way. What happens when you raise prices? When you raise your prices, you increase your client's emotional investment. Raise the perceived value of your service. Improve client results because they are more committed. Attract better clients, the kind who are easiest to satisfy and cost less to fulfill, while deriving the most value. Multiply your margins, enabling you to invest in systems that create efficiency. Hire smart, talented people. Scale your business. Enhance the client experience. Enjoy sustainable growth while keeping your personal bank account on an upward trajectory. Premium pricing creates a virtuous cycle: better clients, better results, more profit, and a more enjoyable business that allows you to grow and serve more people. Here's a fascinating concept: raising your price literally increases the value your clients perceive, even if nothing about your product changes. Higher price equals higher value. A study on wine consumption illustrates this perfectly. Researchers conducted a blind taste test, asking participants to rate 3 wines: a low-priced wine, a medium-priced wine, and an expensive wine. Unsurprisingly, the participants rated the wines in order of price, the most expensive being the best. Here's the twist: all 3 wines were the same. This demonstrates a direct link between perceived value and price. A higher price enhances the allure of your product. Consumers want expensive things, they just need a reason to justify the purchase. Your goal isn't to price slightly above the market average. It's to price so high that consumers think, this is so much more expensive, there must be something entirely different about it. That's how you create a category of one, a monopoly where you can charge monopoly prices. Why price and investment go hand in hand. If your service requires clients to take action to achieve results, their investment matters. The more they pay, the more committed they are. Those who pay the most attention. That commitment translates to better results. By charging a price that stings a little, you force clients to focus their attention on your solution. If your clients achieve better results with your service than with your competitors, you've created real, measurable value. That's how you win. Charging premium prices isn't easy, and it shouldn't be. Your product must deliver. Many entrepreneurs fail because they shortcut the real work. To charge big-ticket prices, you need to outwork your self-doubt. You need so much conviction in your product that you can confidently ask for an entire year's salary from a customer. This conviction doesn't come from blind confidence, it comes from experience. When you've delivered results over and over, you know without a doubt that your solution works. That's the level of belief you need to charge premium prices. In my first niche consulting business, Gym Launch, I taught gym owners a better business model. Before systematizing my process, I flew out to 33 gyms in 18 months to do full turnarounds. We'd fly in, fix everything, and relaunch the gym in 21 days. On average, we generated $42,000 in additional sales in just 3 weeks. My fee? 100% of the revenue I brought in. At our peak, we were turning around 8 gyms a month. But the constant travel became a logistical nightmare. I knew there had to be a better way. One month, I tried canceling a gym engagement because I didn't want to travel. The gym owner begged me to help, so I agreed, but only if they did all the work themselves while I coached them remotely. 30 days later, they'd made nearly $44,000 in new cash collected, a 4x increase over their previous month. That's when I realized my process could be replicated without me being physically present. Our business exploded. We transitioned from a done-for-you model to a done-with-you model, and over the next few years, we helped more than 4,000 gyms grow their businesses. When I entered the market, competitors were offering full-service marketing for $500 per month, and the highest-priced competitor charged $5,000 for their product. I wanted to be the premium price leader. So, I priced my 16-week done-with-you program at $16,000, 3 times the highest competitor and 32 times the lowest-priced players. We upsold 35% of those clients into a 3-year agreement priced at $42,000 per year. For context, the average gym owner earns $35,280 per year in profit. Many of my clients were committing half their annual income, or more, to buy our program. How did I convince them? My conviction was stronger than their skepticism. A survey of 158 gyms in our program for 11 months revealed these average results. Top-line revenue growth, plus $239,000 year. Recurring revenue growth, plus $160,068 year. Profit growth, from $2,943 month to $8,940 month. Client growth, plus 67. Churn reduction, from 10.7% to 6.8%. Retail sales growth, plus $400 month. Price increase per member, from $129 month to $167 month. I already knew my system worked, but seeing the data validated everything. What should you take away from this? 1. Charge a premium. It allows you to deliver exceptional value, attract the best clients, and scale sustainably. 2. Provide more value than anyone else. When the gap between price and value is massive, clients feel like they're getting a deal. 3. Use premium pricing to fuel growth. Profit is oxygen. It enables you to make a bigger impact and help more people. Most businesses need to raise their prices, not lower them. To do so, you must learn to create tremendous value. Let's explore how. Section 3, Value. Create your offer. How to make offers so good people feel stupid saying the value equation. We question all of our beliefs, except for the ones we really believe in, and those we never think to question. Orson Scott Card. Let me be abundantly clear. The goal is to charge as much money for your products or services as humanly possible. I'm talking heinous amounts of money. That said, anyone can raise their prices, but only a select few can charge premium rates and still get people to say yes. From this point forward, you must abandon any notions of fairness when it comes to pricing. Let me explain. The truth about fairness: every massive company in the world charges you outrageous sums for things that cost them almost nothing. Phone companies charge hundreds per month to add a new user, but it costs them pennies. Pharmaceutical companies charge hundreds for drugs that cost almost nothing to manufacture. Social media platforms charge advertisers astronomical sums to show you kitten photos, even though it costs them next to nothing to keep you scrolling. The takeaway? If you want to achieve unreasonable success, you need a big discrepancy between what something costs you and what you charge for it. The myth of charging too much. Many entrepreneurs believe that charging too much is unethical. But the truth is this: 1. You should never charge more than your product is worth. 2. You should charge far more than it costs you to fulfill. Think in terms of 10x, 50x, or even 100x margins, not just 2 or 3 times more. If you provide enough value, it will still feel like a steal for your prospect. This is the power of value. It unlocks unlimited pricing potential, profit power, and scalability for your business. A real-world example: photography success. Let me illustrate with a client of mine in the photography space. Over 2 years, using the principles in this book, the owner increased their average ticket price from $300 to $1,500, a 5x increase. Here's the kicker. They now spend less time per customer. Customer satisfaction is higher than ever. This price increase didn't just boost revenue, it 38x'd the profit of the business. They went from making $1,000 per week in profit to $38,000 per week. With this newfound profitability, the company was able to scale to multiple locations, provide meaningful jobs to talented employees, donate over $500,000 to children's charities. None of this would have been possible without figuring out what people valued most, doubling down on it, and ruthlessly eliminating everything else. The power of cracking value. A 5x price increase may sound insane, but customers voted with their dollars, proving the new offer was far better than what came before. Understanding value opens the door to unlimited profit, impact, and possibilities. Those who master it can charge the highest prices for their services and thrive. Introducing the value equation. The good news? There's a repeatable formula for creating value, and I've developed it over years of testing and refining. I call it the value equation. This formula quantifies the variables that create value for any offer. Once you understand it, you can't unsee it. It becomes a lens through which you view the world, a constant, subconscious guide that shapes how you create and deliver your offers. Let's dive into the value equation. Free gift number 4, Value Equation Bonus Tutorial and free downloads. If you want to learn how I break down a business's core offering into something more valuable, visit acquisition.com offers and watch the value equation video. You'll also find a downloadable checklist. My goal is to gain your trust by delivering value up front, and it's absolutely free. Enjoy! The 4 drivers of value. The value equation consists of 4 primary drivers of value. 2 of them should be increased, while the other 2 should be decreased. 1. Dream outcome. 2. Perceived likelihood of achievement. 3. Perceived time delayed between start and achievement. 4. Perceived effort and sacrifice. When my dad asked me questions about the offer I made to gym owners, he was unknowingly addressing these pillars. What will I make? How will I know it's going to happen? How long will it take? What is expected of me? Mastering the bottom half of the equation. In the beginning of my career, I focused primarily on the dream outcome and the perceived likelihood of achievement. These are the easy parts, making big promises and showing social proof. But over time, I realized that while these claims are important, they're also less unique because anyone can make them. The real magic happens when you focus on the harder part, decreasing the bottom half of the equation. The best companies in the world don't just promise big outcomes, they obsess over making things immediate, seamless, and effortless. Apple made the iPhone effortless to use compared to other phones. Amazon turned buying into a one-click experience with near-instant delivery. Netflix eliminated waiting entirely, putting content at your fingertips. The more you reduce time delay and effort and sacrifice, the more you'll be rewarded by the marketplace. The math behind infinite value. The reason this is a division equation rather than addition is simple. If you make the bottom half of the equation equal to 0, you achieve infinite value. Think about it. If there's no time delay, your customers achieve their dream outcome instantly. If there's no effort or sacrifice, it requires nothing from them. Even a small dream outcome becomes infinitely valuable when divided by 0. Here's a hypothetical example. Imagine purchasing a weight loss product and instantly seeing your stomach transform into a six-pack. Or hiring a marketing firm, and as soon as you sign the contract, your phone starts ringing with qualified leads. That's infinite value. While we may never fully achieve this hypothetical limit, it should be the ideal we strive for. Perception is reality. Here's the catch. It's not just about how much you actually improve the prospect's likelihood of success or decrease their time delay and effort. It's about how much they perceive these improvements. A great example comes from London's subway system. The biggest increase in rider satisfaction didn't come from faster trains, which would have cost billions. Instead, it came from a simple dotted map that showed how long riders had to wait for the next train. By reducing the perception of waiting time and boredom, satisfaction skyrocketed. Pro tip: logical versus psychological solutions. Most people instinctively look for logical solutions to problems, but these are often the most obvious and already tried. The real breakthroughs come from psychological solutions, those that change how people perceive value. Examples of logical versus psychological solutions. Logical: make trains faster. Psychological: add a map showing wait times, or pay models to serve as hostesses on board, making the ride more enjoyable. Logical: make elevators faster. Psychological: add mirrors so people are distracted looking at themselves. Logical: lower the price. Psychological: create scarcity by offering fewer products at a higher price, increasing perceived value. Communicating value with clarity. As entrepreneurs, our job is to clearly communicate these value drivers to prospects. The extent to which we can answer their questions, explicitly or implicitly, determines the value they perceive. What will I get? How do I know it will work? How long will it take? What do I need to do? When we effectively address these questions, we unlock the true value of our product in the eyes of the marketplace. And only then can we justify the egregious prices we aspire to charge. Number 1 dream outcome: people have deep, unchanging desires, things they will fight for, sacrifice for, and even die for. Our job as entrepreneurs is not to create these desires, but to channel them through our offers and monetization vehicles. The dream outcome is the prospect's vision of their ideal reality. It's the gap between their current life and their dreams. Our role is to clearly articulate that dream back to them in a way that makes them feel deeply understood, while showing them how our offer will help them achieve it. The dream outcome itself is simple. It's the journey to get there that determines whether the value is enhanced or diminished. Core desires driving the dream outcome: most people, including your clients, desire to be perceived as beautiful, be respected, be perceived as powerful, be loved, increase their status. These desires are incredibly powerful drivers of human behavior. Different vehicles, same desire. While the desire remains constant, there are many vehicles that can channel it. Let's take the desire to be perceived as beautiful as an example. There are countless ways to fulfill this desire. Makeup, anti-aging creams and serums, supplements, shapewear, plastic surgery, fitness programs. Each of these vehicles addresses the same core desire, to be perceived as beautiful, but through different means. If we dig deeper, the desire for beauty often ties back to an even more fundamental goal: achieving higher status within one social group. How status drives value: when comparing two desires, the one that most directly increases a prospect's status will usually hold more value. For example, many men value making money over being handsome. Why? Because money drives status for men more than looks do. Women may value being beautiful more because it can drive status within their social groups. Here's a story that perfectly illustrates this concept. Russell Brunson once shared how his wife, Colette, initially rejected the idea that status influenced her decisions. She said she'd never want a Lamborghini, preferring her minivan instead. But after some discussion, it became clear why. Driving a Lamborghini would decrease her status among her mom friends, while driving a minivan would signal that she's a good mother and increase her status. It wasn't about the car, it was about status. How to use status in your messaging: when communicating the benefits of your offer, frame them in terms of status gained from the viewpoint of others. Pro tip: talk about how others will perceive the prospect's achievement. For example, if you buy this golf club, your drive will increase by 40 yards. Your golf buddies' jaws will drop when they see your ball soar past theirs by 40 yards. They'll ask you what changed. And only you will know. When dream outcomes cancel out: when comparing two products or services that satisfy the same desire, the dream outcome is no longer the differentiator because it cancels out. Instead, the other three variables in the value equation, likelihood of achievement, time delay, and effort and sacrifice, will drive the perceived value and ultimately determine the price. For instance, if two products both promise to make someone beautiful, what makes one worth $50,000 and the other $5? The answer lies in the extent to which the other three value variables are addressed. How likely it is to work. How quickly it delivers results. How little effort or sacrifice is required. Simply put, the dream outcome defines the goal, but it's the journey to achieve it that sets one offer apart from another. Number 2, perceived likelihood of achievement. This value driver was the last one I added to this framework because something always felt missing without it. Then I realized, people pay for certainty. They value the assurance that what you're offering will actually work for them. This is what I call the perceived likelihood of achievement, the prospect's belief in how likely they are to achieve the desired outcome if they make the purchase. A simple example: imagine you're choosing between two plastic surgeons. One has performed 10,000 surgeries. The other is about to perform their first. How much more would you pay to be the 10,000th patient rather than the first? For most people, the answer is a lot more. Why? Because your belief in the likelihood of a successful outcome is dramatically higher with the experienced surgeon. Even though the service itself is technically the same, the perceived likelihood of achievement makes all the difference. How to increase perceived likelihood of achievement to make your offer more valuable? You must increase the prospect's conviction that your solution will work for them. This can be done through clear messaging, proof, guarantees, thoughtful inclusions and exclusions in your offer. The higher the prospect's belief in their chances of success, the more valuable your offer becomes, without requiring additional work on your part. Number 3. Time delay. Time delay refers to the time between a client's purchase and their receipt of the promised benefit. The shorter this time, the more valuable your product or service becomes. 2 key elements of time delay. 1. Long-term outcome, the ultimate result the client is buying. 2. Short-term experience, the milestones and wins along the way that keep them engaged. While clients buy based on the long-term outcome, they often stay because of the short-term experiences that reinforce their decision and give them momentum. The importance of early wins, providing clients with a quick, emotional win early on, can significantly boost their commitment. For example, gym launch example, while it might take months to add $239,000 in annual revenue to a gym, we give clients an immediate win by getting their ads live and helping them close a $2,000 sale in the first week. This reinforces their decision to work with us and builds trust in the system. Weight loss example, if someone buys a program to achieve a bikini body, the ultimate result might take 12 months or more. However, short-term benefits, such as increased energy, a higher sex drive, or new friendships, keep them engaged. These early wins help them stay the course long enough to achieve their long-term goal. Pro tip: fast wins. Always look for ways to provide short-term wins for your clients. These don't have to be monumental, they just need to show the client they're on the right path and made the right decision by trusting you. Why time delay matters. The difference between a 12-month fitness program and a one-afternoon liposuction procedure highlights the importance of time delay. Liposuction delivers immediate results, which is why people are willing to pay $25,000 for it while struggling to justify a $100 a month for a bootcamp. But time delay isn't the only factor at play, which brings us to the last value driver: effort and sacrifice. Pro tip: fast beats free. When competing in markets where free options exist, speed becomes your greatest asset. Examples of companies that dominate with a speed-first strategy. DMV versus MVD. The DMV offers free service, but people gladly pay $50 at private services like MVD Express to skip the line. FedEx versus USPS. Customers pay a premium to ensure packages arrive overnight. Spotify versus free music. People pay for instant, seamless music access. Uber versus walking. Convenience and speed win every time. If you're up against free competitors, double down on speed. It's the one thing people will always pay for. Number 4. Effort and sacrifice. Effort and sacrifice refer to the other costs people incur on their journey to achieving their desired outcome. These costs can be tangible or intangible. Let's revisit the fitness versus liposuction example. Fitness requires months or even years of hard work, strict diets, and a complete lifestyle change. Liposuction, on the other hand, delivers the same result with far less effort and sacrifice, just a single procedure. The massive difference in effort and sacrifice is exactly why plastic surgeons market their services with phrases like, "Tired of wasting countless hours in the gym? Frustrated by diets that just don't work?" Fitness programs, by contrast, face a much tougher challenge in selling their solution. Why? Because the perceived likelihood of achievement is lower, the time delay is longer, and the effort and sacrifice are significantly higher. Decreasing effort and sacrifice boosts value. Reducing effort and sacrifice, or at least the perception of them, dramatically enhances the appeal of your offer. In an ideal world, a prospect would want to simply say yes and have their dream outcome materialize with no additional effort on their part. This is why done-for-you services are almost always more expensive than do-it-yourself solutions. Done-for-you services remove the effort and sacrifice from the customer, making the process more desirable. They also increase the perceived likelihood of achievement since prospects believe experts are more likely to succeed than they would on their own. The components of value in action. By now, you should have a foundational understanding of the 4 components of value and how they interact. 1. Dream outcome. 2. Perceived likelihood of achievement. 3. Time delay. 4. Effort and sacrifice. These components don't operate in isolation, they work together to shape the total perceived value of your offer. A practical comparison, meditation versus Xanax. Let's explore how these value drivers apply to 2 different vehicles with the same dream outcome. Relaxation. Decreased anxiety. Feelings of well-being. Meditation and Xanax both promise to deliver these outcomes. However, the perceived value of each differs dramatically because of how the other 3 components, likelihood of achievement, time delay, and effort and sacrifice, are addressed. 1. Dream outcome. Both meditation and Xanax offer the same dream outcome, relaxation and decreased anxiety. 2. Perceived likelihood of achievement. Meditation. Achieving the promised benefits through meditation requires consistent practice and patience. The perceived likelihood of success is relatively low, especially for beginners. Score 0. Xanax. With Xanax, the results are almost guaranteed. Users know it will work. Score 1, 3. Time delay. Meditation. Results may take weeks or months to achieve, depending on the individual's consistency and skill. Score 0. Xanax. The effects are nearly immediate, providing relief within minutes. Score 1, 4. Effort and sacrifice. Meditation requires daily practice, mental focus, and lifestyle changes. The effort and sacrifice are high. Score 0. Xanax involves simply taking a pill with minimal effort required. Score 1. Value comparison. When we add up the scores. Meditation, dream outcome plus likelihood of achievement plus time delay plus effort and sacrifice equals 1. Xanax, dream outcome plus likelihood of achievement plus time delay plus effort and sacrifice equals 4. Key takeaways. This comparison highlights why Xanax commands a higher perceived value despite offering the same dream outcome as meditation. As marketers and business owners, our goal is to 1. Enhance the dream outcome and its perceived likelihood of achievement. 2. Reduce the time delay and effort and sacrifice required to achieve it. By addressing all 4 components of value, we can create offers that are significantly more desirable and ultimately command higher prices. Effort and sacrifice. Fitness versus liposuction. Effort and sacrifice represent the costs, both tangible and intangible, that a person incurs on their journey to achieving a desired outcome. Let's revisit the comparison between fitness and liposuction to understand how these costs differ. Fitness, effort, and sacrifice. Waking up 1 to 2 hours earlier in the morning. 5 to 10 hours per week of time lost. Stopping eating foods you love. Constant hunger and physical soreness. Feelings of embarrassment if you don't know how to exercise. Risk of injury, nausea, and mental discomfort from working out. Meal prepping, buying more expensive groceries, and even purchasing new clothing. The fear of gaining the weight back after all that effort. Liposuction. Effort and sacrifice. Fall asleep for the procedure. Wake up thin, guaranteed. Be sore for 2 to 4 weeks. The difference is massive. While both deliver the same dream outcome, a leaner, healthier appearance, the perceived value of each is vastly different because liposuction requires far less effort and sacrifice. This is why fitness services often require significant persuasion to charge even a fraction of what a plastic surgeon can demand for liposuction. Meditation versus Xanax. A value comparison. Let's compare meditation and Xanax using the 4 value drivers to better understand why Xanax is perceived as more valuable. Dream outcome. Both meditation and Xanax promise relaxation, decreased anxiety, and feelings of well-being. Perceived likelihood of achievement. Meditation. Most people doubt their ability to stick with meditation long enough to see results. Score 0. Xanax. The effects of Xanax are almost guaranteed, making it highly desirable. Score 1. Time delay. Meditation. While some benefits may come within 10-20 minutes, true results require months of consistent practice. Score 0.5. Xanax. Effects are felt within 15 minutes. Score 1. Effort and sacrifice. Meditation requires physical and mental commitment, setting aside daily time and overcoming feelings of failure. Score 0. Xanax. Swallowing a pill is effortless. Score 1. Overall value. Meditation 1.54. Xanax. For the marketplace reflects perceived value, and that's why Xanax is a multi-billion-dollar product, while there are few, if any, multi-billion-dollar meditation businesses. It's not that Xanax is better than meditation, far from it. But Xanax is perceived as more valuable because it reduces the effort, sacrifice, and time delay, while significantly increasing the perceived likelihood of achieving the desired outcome. The supplement industry versus health clubs. This principle also explains why the supplement industry, valued at $123 billion, is twice the size of the health club industry, which sits at $62 billion. Both industries promise similar outcomes: being healthy, losing weight, looking good, increased energy. However, supplements are perceived as far more valuable because they come with far lower costs. It's easier to pay $200 for a month's supply of supplements than to commit to a $29 a month gym membership that requires daily effort and sacrifice. The choice: victim or victor. You have two options. 1. Sit back and complain that people should value fitness or meditation more than liposuction or Xanax. 2. Accept human nature for what it is and use it to your advantage. This book is for the latter, for those who want to be victors, not victims of the marketplace. As an entrepreneur, you have the power to leverage what people value to create incredible opportunities. You can monetize the things people are willing to pay for while delivering what they truly need. The win-win formula: by aligning your offer with what people value most, you can 1. Make a profit. 2. Make a positive impact. 3. Help people achieve their dream outcomes while meeting them where they are. You can leave your mark on the world while building a sustainable and profitable business. Free goodwill. He who said money can't buy happiness hasn't given enough away. Unknown people who help others, without expecting anything in return, experience higher levels of fulfillment, live longer, and, interestingly, make more money. I'd like to create an opportunity for you to experience that fulfillment during your reading or listening journey. And to do so, I have a simple question for you. Would you help someone you've never met if it didn't cost you a single cent and you never got credit for it? If your answer is yes, I have a small request to make on behalf of someone you don't know and likely never will. They're just like you, or like you were a few years ago. Someone full of desire to help the world. Someone seeking information but unsure where to look. Someone striving to make an impact but needing guidance to get there. And this is where you come in. The only way for us at acquisition.com to achieve our mission of helping entrepreneurs is by first reaching them. And here's the reality: most people do judge a book by its cover or its reviews. If you've found value in this book so far, I have a small favor to ask. Would you take 60 seconds to leave an honest review of this book? Why your review matters. Your review can make a difference. One more entrepreneur might gain the tools to support their family. One more employee might find meaningful work. One more client might experience a life-changing transformation. One more life might change for the better. All of that can happen because of a simple act: taking 60 seconds to leave a review. Here's how you can do it, depending on where you're listening or reading. 1. Audible users, tap the three dots in the top right corner of your device. Select rate and review and leave a star rating along with a few sentences about the book. 2. Kindle or e-reader users, scroll to the bottom of the book. Swipe up and you'll be prompted to leave a review. 3. Other platforms, visit the book's page on Amazon. Leave your review directly on the product page. P.S. If helping a faceless entrepreneur feels good to you, know this: you're my kind of person. I can't wait to help you crush it with the tactics I'm about to share in the coming chapters. P.P.S. Here's a life hack. When you introduce something valuable to someone, they associate that value with you. If you'd like to spread goodwill and earn someone's gratitude, share this book with them. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart, for your time, your kindness, and your contribution to the mission. Now, let's get back to the regularly scheduled programming. Your biggest fan, Alex Value Offer. The thought process: if at first you don't succeed, try again. Thomas H. Palmer, Teacher's Manual. Let's do an exercise together. My goal is to help you understand the difference between convergent and divergent problem solving, a crucial skill for creating the grand slam offer that will become the cornerstone of your business. Convergent versus divergent thinking in simple terms. Convergent thinking is about narrowing down to a single answer using fixed variables and unchanging conditions. Think of solving a math problem. Divergent thinking, on the other hand, is about generating multiple solutions to a single problem. It allows for dynamic conditions, unknown variables, and multiple right answers, with some answers being much better than others. Example of convergent thinking: let's say you have 3 salespeople, each capable of taking 100 calls per month. It takes 4 calls to create 1 sale. Your goal is to achieve 110 sales. How many salespeople must you hire? Here's how you solve it. 1. Deduced information. 1 salesperson equals 100 calls. 4 calls equals 1 close. 100 calls divided by 4 calls per close equals 25 closes per 100 calls. Each salesperson can generate 25 sales. 2. Goal breakdown. 110 sales divided by 25 sales per salesperson equals 4.4 salespeople needed. Since you can't hire 0.4 of a person, you round up and decide to hire 5 total salespeople. You currently have 3, so you'll need to hire 2 more. Answer: hire 2 more salespeople. This is convergent thinking: 1 problem, 1 solution. It's black and white. You're either right or wrong. Now, let's talk about divergent thinking. Unlike math problems, life rewards you for solving problems using divergent thinking. Why? Because real-world problems often involve multiple variables, changing conditions, more than one right answer, though some answers may be significantly better than others. The brick exercise. Here's a quick exercise to engage your divergent thinking skills. I call it the brick exercise, and it'll take just 120 seconds. Here's how it works. 1. Set a timer on your phone for 2 minutes. 2. Think of a brick. 3. Write down as many different uses for a brick as you can possibly imagine. How many ways can a brick provide value in life? Ready? Set your timer and go. It's okay to jot your answers down wherever you're comfortable, whether in this book, a notebook, or your phone. Take your time with this exercise, and when you're done, we'll dive deeper into how divergent thinking applies to creating a grand slam offer. The brick exercise, reflection. All right, stop. Before I show you my list, let me ask you a few questions. How big is the brick? Is it the size of a piece of gum, a standard 3 to 5 8-inch x 2 to 1 4 inches by 8 inches, or a massive 2 foot x 2 foot x 6 feet? What is the brick made of? Plastic, gold, clay, wood, or metal? What is the brick shape? Does it have holes? Divots for interlocking? As you think about these possibilities, I bet you can already come up with even more uses than you originally wrote down. My list of brick uses. Here are some examples of how a brick can provide value. A paperweight. A doorstop. Building things. A home for a fish in a fishbowl. A plant holder. A trophy. Rustic decoration. Breaking a window. Making a mural. A weight for resistance training. A wedge for stabilizing an uneven platform. A pen holder. A children's toy. A flotation device. Payment for goods. A stabilizer for leaning something against. A retainer of value. A holder for a flagpole. A seat. The building blocks of an offer. Every offer you create is made up of building blocks, the pieces that, when combined, make your offer irresistible. Our goal is to use a divergent thought process to think of as many ways as possible to combine these elements and provide value. The brick, as a product. Let's say I'm selling a brick. To make it valuable, I need to understand what my customer desires and then figure out how many ways I can use this brick to create that value. For example, if they need stability, my brick can act as a wedge or a platform stabilizer. If they need something decorative, I can market it as a rustic centerpiece or even a painted mural piece. If they want functionality, I can pitch it as a pen holder or a doorstop. Now that we've explored the concept with bricks, it's time to apply this to your real-world offers. Let's do it for real. Value offer, creating your Grand Slam offer. Part 1, Problems and Solutions. ABC, easy as 123. Simple as do, me, Michael Jackson. ABC. When I started my gym, I struggled deeply. I wanted so badly to be successful, to prove my dad wrong about my decision to start my own business and, more importantly, to prove to myself that I was worth something. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't even sell people on a $99 a month boot camp. People would say, LA Fitness is $29 a month. This is expensive. Even when I tried offering a free start, they wouldn't bother. They said, $99 a month after the free trial is still too much. Why start something I won't continue? Imagine that, being so stuck that people wouldn't even take your service for free. I felt worthless. Thankfully, I had joined groups with other gym owners, where I began hearing about marketers and books. That's when I stumbled across Dan Kennedy's books, and everything changed. The concept of an irresistible offer. Dan Kennedy's books introduced me to the idea of irresistible offers so compelling that people would feel stupid saying no. This theme kept appearing everywhere I looked, and this time, I decided to go all in. But the question was, how? Everyone else was selling the same $99 a month boot camps. How was I going to stand out? Step number 1, identify the dream outcome. I started by asking myself, what do people really want? The answer was clear. No one wants a gym membership. They want to lose weight. So, instead of selling a membership, I focused on the dream outcome. Lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks. A big, exciting goal achieved in a short time frame. I stopped selling the plane flight and started selling the vacation. When you're defining a dream outcome, it has to focus on the destination, what your customers want to experience, not the process to get there. Step number 2, list the problems. Once I defined the dream outcome, I wrote down all the problems people face when trying to achieve it. When listing problems, think about what happens before someone uses your product or service, during their use of it, after they've started but still need additional help. These are the points of friction for your customers. And the more detailed you are, the better your offer will be. Example problem list, weight loss. Let's break this down into the sequence of steps a prospect must go through to achieve weight loss, identifying their specific pain points. 1. Buying healthy food. Buying healthy food is confusing. What do I buy? It's time-consuming. I don't have the time to grocery shop. It's expensive. I can't afford this. It's not sustainable. I'll fail when I travel or if my family doesn't like the meals. 2. Cooking healthy food. It's hard and confusing. I don't know how to cook. It's time-consuming. Who has time for this? It's expensive. Why bother? It's unsustainable. What happens when life gets busy? 3. Eating healthy food. Insert similar struggles here, e.g., staying consistent, resisting temptation, etc. 4. Exercising regularly. Similar struggles again, finding time, staying motivated, and overcoming physical discomfort. Aligning problems with value drivers. Every one of these problems ties directly to the 4 value drivers. 1. Dream outcome. 2. Perceived likelihood of achievement. 3. Time delay. 4. Effort and sacrifice. For example, if healthy cooking feels confusing, time-consuming, and unsustainable, that increases the effort and sacrifice required to achieve the goal. If someone doubts they'll stick with healthy eating, that lowers the perceived likelihood of achievement. Our job as business owners is to identify these friction points and solve them through our offers. From problems to solutions, this is the foundation of creating a grand slam offer. 1. Start with the customer's dream outcome. 2. Identify every problem or obstacle standing in their way. 3. Turn those problems into solutions that your offer provides. By systematically addressing each friction point, you create an offer that feels irresistible, something so valuable that saying no would be unthinkable. Let's dive into how to build your Grand Slam offer step by step. Value offer, turning problems into solutions. We've identified the dream outcome and the obstacles standing in the way of achieving it. Now, let's take the next step, transforming problems into solutions. Step number 3, solutions list. Creating a solutions list involves 2 key actions. 1. Transform problems into solutions. Ask yourself, what would I need to show someone to solve this problem? Reverse the problem into solution-oriented language. For example, adding how to the problem can provide a great starting point. 2. Name the solutions. Give your solutions clear, actionable names that inspire confidence and clarity. Once we've defined our solutions, the next step will be operationalizing them, actually figuring out how to deliver these solutions in a way that creates value. And let me be clear, we're going to solve every problem. Example, weight loss problems turned into solutions. Let's revisit the problems associated with weight loss and flip them into actionable solutions. Problem, buying healthy food. It's hard, confusing, and I won't like it. How to make buying healthy food easy and enjoyable so that anyone can do it. It takes too much time. How to buy healthy food quickly. It's expensive. How to buy healthy food for less than your current grocery bill. It's unsustainable. How to make buying healthy food easier than buying unhealthy food. My family's needs will get in the way. How to buy healthy food for you and your family at the same time. It's undoable if I travel. How to find and buy healthy food while traveling. Problem, cooking healthy food. It's hard, confusing, and I'll suck at it. How anyone can enjoy cooking healthy meals easily. It takes too much time. How to cook meals in under 5 minutes. It's expensive, it's not worth it. How eating healthy is actually cheaper than eating unhealthy food. It's unsustainable. How to make healthy eating a lifelong habit. My family's needs will get in the way. How to cook healthy meals even if your family isn't on board. It's undoable if I travel. How to cook healthy meals while traveling. Problem, eating healthy food. It's hard, confusing, and I won't like it. How to eat delicious, healthy meals without needing complicated systems. Problem, exercising regularly. It's hard, confusing, and I'll suck at it. An easy-to-follow exercise system that everyone enjoys. Repetition and relevance. You might notice that many of these problems and solutions overlap. That's completely normal. All problems are tied to the 4 core value drivers. 1. Dream outcome. 2. Perceived likelihood of achievement. 3. Effort and sacrifice. 4. Time delay. The solutions you create must address each of these drivers effectively. And here's the kicker, if even one need is missing, it could be the reason someone doesn't buy. A broader perspective, relationship course example. To illustrate this approach in a different context, let me share an example from Brooke Castillo, a friend of mine who runs an enormously successful life coaching business. She applied this exact framework to create a Grand Slam offer for her 90-day relationship course. Her process was the same. 1. Identify the dream outcome. 2. List every possible problem or obstacle. 3. Turn those problems into actionable solutions. The method works whether your offer is about fitness, relationships, or even something entirely different, like solving earaches. Now that we've identified the problems and created solutions, it's time to move to the next step, operationalizing these solutions. That means figuring out how to deliver them effectively and doing so without breaking the bank. Let's dive into the how in the next section. Value offer, creating solutions from problems. The following exercise demonstrates how to transform problems into solutions to create a compelling offer. Below is an example based on a 90-day relationship course, highlighting the dream outcome, identified problems, and corresponding solutions. Dream outcome: an amazing, loving relationship in 90 days. Problem list: here's a breakdown of the challenges people face when pursuing this outcome. 1. No good options for partners. 2. Feeling not attractive or not available. 3. Relationships feel boring or lack chemistry. 4. Poor communication skills. 5. Concerns about being not hot enough or issues with intimacy. 6. Lack of intellectual stimulation or shared effort in the relationship. 7. Insecurity or unmet emotional physical needs. 8. Feeling like they don't have time or acting too crazy or emotional in relationships. 9. Differences in goals or interests. 10. Relationships feel dull, oppressive, or progress too slowly. Solutions list: for every identified problem, there's a corresponding solution to address it. 1. Problem: no good options for partners. Solution: how to get a list of prospective partners to invite into your 90-day relationship journey. 2. Problem: feeling not attractive or not available. Solution: how to be attracted to your partner and make yourself desirable. 3. Problem: relationships feel boring or lack chemistry. Solution: how to make sure your 90-day relationship is exciting and never boring. 4. Problem: poor communication. Solution: how to communicate in sexy, fun, and meaningful ways. 5. Problem: not hot enough or intimacy issues. Solution: how to make the relationship hot by being hot and creating great intimacy for 90 days. 6. Problem: lack of intellectual stimulation. Solution: how to create deep intellectual connection and stimulating conversations. 7. Problem: lack of shared effort in the relationship. Solution: how to put the right effort into the relationship for maximum return. 8. Problem: no time for a relationship. Solution: how to make time for hourly dopamine hits and quick moments of connection. 9. Problem: insecurity or unmet needs. Solution: how to overcome all insecurities within the 90-day relationship journey. 10. Problem: wanting different things in a relationship. Solution: how to align goals and interests for shared growth and fulfillment. How to use this framework: this process allows you to align every problem with a specific solution, building a comprehensive offer that addresses all pain points. The goal is to create something so valuable, potential customers would feel stupid saying no. If you want to follow this framework step by step, check out the free gift number 5 bonus tutorial, Offer Creation Part 1. Visit acquisition.com training offers and watch the video walkthrough. Don't forget to download the free offer creation checklist to deploy these strategies immediately in your business. Let's move forward and explore how to operationalize these solutions into a Grand Slam offer. Value offer, creating your Grand Slam offer, Part 2. Trim and stack cut. Cut. Friends Stowe Rachel Green in Friends Introduction, the Sales to Fulfillment Continuum. When building your Grand Slam offer, you need to balance ease of sales with ease of fulfillment. If you do too little, your product or service becomes harder to sell. If you do too much, it becomes harder to fulfill. The key is to find the sweet spot where what you offer is both compelling and profitable. Mantra: create flow, monetize flow, then add friction. The process is simple. 1. Generate demand first. Make your offer irresistible by over-delivering in the early stages. 2. Monetize that demand. Start generating cash flow to fund operations. 3. Optimize and scale. Once you're profitable, add friction by refining your fulfillment model or simplifying what you offer while keeping the perceived value high. Real-world example, gym launch. When I launched Gym Launch, my initial approach was to overdeliver like crazy. I personally flew out to gyms for 21 days. Paid my own travel, accommodation, and advertising expenses. Generated leads, sold their services, and onboard clients. The offer. Gyms paid only $500 to reserve their date. I kept all upfront cash collected, and the gym got clients for free. The result? I was generating $100,000 a month in upfront cash for myself. However, this model wasn't scalable. So, I pivoted. I started teaching gyms how to do what I did instead of doing it for them. I charged less but could serve hundreds of gyms instead of 8. This evolution allowed me to balance the sales to fulfillment continuum while maintaining a high perceived value. Step number 4, create your solutions delivery vehicles. Now, let's focus on the how you'll deliver solutions to the problems you've identified. The exercise, think big, push your creativity to the limit. Brainstorm every possible way you could solve your customers' problems. The goal is to make them say, wait, I get all this? Seriously? Yes, I'm in. Don't filter yourself. Even if you come up with something you aren't willing to do, that's fine. The exercise is about unlocking possibilities, not committing to them. Examples of delivery vehicles. For a weight loss program, solutions might include 1. Done-for-you options, or prepackaged meal deliveries. or personalized grocery lists. 2. Done-with-you options, or group cooking classes. or live virtual workouts. 3. Self-service tools, or recipe apps. or online courses. 4. Accountability systems, or daily progress tracking. or weekly check-ins with a coach. Step number 5. Trim and stack. Now that you've brainstormed all possible solutions, it's time to trim the unnecessary and stack the essential into a high-value offer. Trimming: remove anything that doesn't significantly increase perceived value. Focus on what directly addresses the customer's problems and delivers their dream outcome. Stacking: combine the remaining solutions into a package that feels too good to pass up. Example: gym launch. The original offer included 1. Done-for-you ad campaigns. 2. Lead generation and management. 3. Sales training for gym staff. 4. Personalized onboarding processes for clients. As I scaled, I trimmed the done-for-you elements and focused on teaching gyms how to replicate my system while still stacking enough value to maintain demand. Over-deliver initially to generate demand and build momentum. Use the cash flow from early sales to refine your model and improve efficiency. Always aim to create a $100,000 value for $10,000 perception in your offers. In the next section, we'll dive deeper into operationalizing your solutions to maximize efficiency and scalability. Let's turn your ideas into action. The Delivery Cube and cheat codes provide a comprehensive approach to brainstorming solutions and designing offers that cater to various levels of client interaction, effort, and delivery style. Here's a breakdown and application of the provided framework. Key components of the Delivery Cube. 1. Delivery model: O one-on-one, personalized and high-touch. O small group, moderate engagement for a small audience. O one-to-many, scalable and broader reach. 2. Effort levels: O DIY, self-paced tools or resources. O DWY, collaborative coaching or guidance. O DFY, fully handled solutions. 3. Support channels: O SMS, email, chat, phone, or video calls. 4. Consumption modes: O video, audio, live sessions, or written material. 5. Speed and convenience: O 24/7 availability, immediate responses, or fixed time frames. 6. 10x and 1/10 test: O imagine offering a service at 10x the price, what would you include? O conversely, for 1/10 the price, how would you make it still valuable? Cheat code application: for the problem, buying healthy food is hard. 1. One-on-one solutions: O in-person shopping trips with personalized coaching. O on-demand phone or text support during shopping. O DFY option: delivering pre-purchased, tailored grocery lists. 2. Small group solutions, or weekly group workshops on shopping strategies. O. Shared, personalized grocery plans for group members. O. Live sessions to teach food labeling and budgeting techniques. 3. One-to-many solutions, O. Pre-recorded tutorials on navigating grocery stores. O. Weekly emails with suggested grocery lists and meal plans. O. Online tools for customizing grocery lists based on dietary needs. 4. Support options, O. 24/7 chat for quick grocery-related questions. O. Video guides for meal prep using purchased groceries. O. Community group support for sharing tips and experiences. 5. Speed and convenience, O. Immediate downloadable resources. O. Pre-scheduled weekly coaching calls. 6. 10x test, O. Provide exclusive one-on-one mentorship for achieving fitness goals. O. Include premium features such as DNA-based nutrition planning. 7. 1/10th test, O. Offer free, concise grocery shopping ebooks. O. Provide basic meal planning templates with simple instructions. How to use this framework. Step 1. Define the key problems your product or service addresses. Step 2. Brainstorm solutions for each problem using the cheat codes and delivery cube as inspiration. Step 3. Categorize solutions by their scalability, effort levels, and support requirements. Step 4. Combine solutions into tailored offers that align with your target audience's needs and desired outcomes. Step 5. Refine the offer for feasibility and profitability using the 10x and 1/10th tests. Delivering solutions. Solve every problem to truly deliver on the solutions you promise. It's essential to address each problem thoroughly. Often, solving one issue will spark ideas for tackling others, creating a cascading effect of value. Remember, every single obstacle matters. In my experience, one small unresolved issue can easily derail a sale. Anecdote: why solving every problem matters. Back when I was selling weight loss, I insisted clients prepare all their meals at home. Why? Because I believed eating out would ruin their diets. I refused to work around this issue, sticking rigidly to my approach. Predictably, this cost me sales. One month, I was struggling to pay rent. A business executive walked in, eager to lose weight, but she told me outright that the program wouldn't work for her because she ate out for lunch every day. Normally, I'd lose the sale at that point. But that month? Desperation made me rethink. What if I made you a guide for eating out, one that would let you eat out 100% of the time and still hit your goals? I asked. She agreed, and I closed the sale. That eating out guide changed everything. From then on, whenever someone brought up dining out as a problem, I had the solution. Over time, I kept building more templates and training materials, addressing every potential obstacle until there were no more one things to block my sales. The lesson stuck with me: don't get attached to how you solve a problem. Just solve it. When you address every issue a prospect presents, you create an offer so good, people can't say no. Key takeaway: solve every perceived problem. If a buyer believes there's even one unresolved obstacle, they might walk away. That doesn't mean you won't sell at all if you miss something, but you won't sell as many people as you could. The goal is to maximize conversions, price, and margins by resolving every potential objection up front. Step number 5, trim and stack. By this point, you've built a massive list of solutions. Now comes the fun part: trimming the fat and stacking the value. Here's the process. 1. Evaluate costs versus value. Start by assessing the cost of delivering each solution to your business. Remove items that are both high cost and low value. Then, cut anything that's low cost but also low value. 2. Use the value equation to identify high value solutions. Ask yourself, will the client financially value this? Or will it increase their belief in their ability to succeed? Does it reduce their effort and sacrifice? Does it help them achieve their goal faster? Only keep solutions that are either low cost, high value, or high cost, high value. Example: scaling down without sacrificing value. Let's say I offer to move in with a client, doing all their shopping, cooking, and exercising for them. They'd undoubtedly feel confident about hitting their goals, but there's no way I'd do that for anything less than an astronomical fee. The next question becomes, is there a scaled-back version of this service I'm willing to deliver? You step back, one level at a time, until you find a version that balances effort and price without sacrificing perceived value. Focus on scalable solutions that provide immense value with minimal ongoing effort. For example, when I started my online training business, I built a custom Excel application. Clients entered their goals, and the tool generated personalized meal plans, grocery lists, and bulk prep instructions. It took me 100 hours to build but saved me countless hours afterward. I sold highly personalized plans for premium prices, and each one only took 15 minutes to generate. High value, low cost. Solutions like this, requiring a significant upfront investment but little maintenance, are gold. Software works similarly, costly to develop but infinitely scalable. Real talk, creating scalable assets. When I ran my gym, I built reusable assets like bulking blueprints, travel workout guides, plateau-busting meal plans, fast cooking guides, pre-made grocery calculators. These assets required upfront effort but became the backbone of my business, used by over 4,000 gyms and hundreds of thousands of people. The ROI on that time was exponential. If you want a scalable, repeatable business model, these assets will become your foundation. Even this book is an example. It took significant upfront effort but costs little to reproduce while delivering massive value. Let's recap the process of building your Grand Slam offer. 1. Dream outcome. Identify your client's ultimate goal. 2. List obstacles. Document every potential challenge they'll face. 3. Provide solutions. Address each challenge with actionable solutions. 4. Deliver creatively. Brainstorm various ways to implement those solutions. 5. Trim and stack. Focus on low-cost, high-value options while keeping a few high-cost, high-value items for premium appeal. Now, it's time to package these solutions into an irresistible, high-value offer. Let's dive into the final step, bundling everything into a deliverable that's so compelling, people feel foolish saying no. Building the Grand Slam offer, problem-solution bundles. Let's break this down into problem-solution bundles with sexy names that communicate value. Each problem is solved with a tangible, actionable set of deliverables. The aim is to make the offering not only irresistible but also incomparable to competitors. 1. Buying food problem. Buying healthy food is hard, confusing, expensive, and time-consuming. Solution wording. How anyone can buy food fast, easy, and cheaply. Sexier name for bundle. Foolproof bargain grocery system. Value, $1,000. Delivery vehicles. 1. One-on-one nutrition orientation explaining how to use the system. 2. Recorded grocery tour. 3. DIY grocery calculator to plan your shopping trips. 4. Pre-made grocery lists tailored to each weekly plan. 5. Bargain grocery shopping training. 6. Grocery buddy system to add accountability. 7. Pre-made Instacart grocery carts for quick delivery. 8. Weekly text check-ins for support. 2. Cooking problem. Cooking healthy food is time-consuming and overwhelming. Solution wording. Ready in 5 minutes. Busy parent cooking guide. Sexier name for bundle. How anyone can eat healthy even if they have no time. Value, $600. Delivery vehicles. 1. One-on-one nutrition orientation explaining the cooking system. 2. Step-by-step meal prep instructions. 3. DIY meal prep calculator to streamline planning. 4. Weekly meal prep instructions included in plans. 5. Meal prep buddy system for shared accountability. 6. Quick and healthy snacks in under 5 minutes guide. 7. Weekly feedback posts from clients. 3. Eating problem. Healthy eating feels restrictive and unsatisfying. Solution wording. Personalized, lick your fingers good meal plan. Sexier name for bundle. So good, it's easier than cheating and cheaper. Value, $500 delivery vehicles. 1. one-on-one nutrition orientation to introduce the personalized meal plan. 2. Fully customized meal plans. 3. 5-minute morning shake guide. 4. Budget lunches in 5 minutes or less. 5. Budget dinners in 5 minutes or less. 6. Family-size meal plans for households. 7. Daily meal photos for accountability. 8. One-on-one feedback meetings to adjust plans. 4. Exercise problem: workouts feel boring, ineffective, or unsafe. Solution wording: fat-burning workouts proven to burn more fat. Sexier name for bundle: customized to your needs to avoid plateaus or injury. Value: $699 delivery vehicles. 1. Personal workout plans tailored to individual fitness levels. 2. Progressive adjustments to prevent plateauing. 3. Injury prevention guides. 5. Traveling problem: staying healthy while traveling feels impossible. Solution wording: the ultimate tone-up while you travel blueprint. Sexier name for bundle: get amazing workouts and stay guilt-free while enjoying yourself. Value: $199 delivery vehicles. 1. No equipment travel workout plans. 2. Travel-friendly eating guides. 3. Tips for maintaining progress while on the road. 6. Accountability problem: clients struggle to stick with the program. Solution wording: the never fall off accountability system. Sexier name for bundle: the unbeatable system that works without your permission. Value: $1,000 delivery vehicles. 1. Regular check-ins via text, email, or video calls. 2. Progress tracking with visual milestones. 3. Peer accountability through group challenges. 4. Automated reminders and motivational nudges. 7. Social eating problem: eating out feels incompatible with staying healthy. Solution wording: the live it up while slimming down eating out system. Sexier name for bundle: freedom to eat out without feeling like the odd one out. Value: $349 delivery vehicles. 1. Dining out guides with healthy meal recommendations. 2. Tips for managing portion sizes and substitutions. 3. Strategies for handling social pressure while dining. Total value: $4,351 special price, $599. Why this bundle works: 1. It solves all perceived problems. Every potential objection or obstacle is addressed with a specific solution. 2. It builds conviction. The level of detail and personalization makes it clear that this is one of a kind. 3. It eliminates competition. The bundle is so comprehensive and unique that it's impossible to compare to a standard gym membership or basic weight loss plan. While the detailed breakdown helps you design the offer, it's not how you'd pitch it to a prospect. Depending on whether you're selling one-on-one or to a group, the presentation style will vary. The next section will cover how to frame and communicate this irresistible offer to maximize conversions. We've completed the essential process of crafting a valuable, unique, and differentiated offer. This isn't just another product or service competing on price. It's an incomparable offer that forces prospects to evaluate it based purely on the value it provides. What we achieved: 1. Differentiation. Your offer stands out because it solves multiple perceived problems in ways competitors cannot match. By removing comparisons, price becomes secondary, and value drives the decision-making process. 2. Overcoming commoditization. Your offer is no longer subject to standard pricing wars because it's unique and tailored to your prospects' pain points and desired outcomes. 3. Value-based decisions. Prospects now evaluate the offer based on what it delivers, rather than its price, enhancing perceived value and increasing sales potential. Now that the core offer is in place, we'll move on to enhancing it further with psychological triggers and conversion boosters, including bonuses, urgency, scarcity, guarantees. Strategic naming. Free bonus. To refine this process, visit the bonus tutorial, Offer Creation Part 2 at acquisition.com. Training offers. The walkthrough includes a live demonstration of trimming and stacking for maximum profitability, checklists to streamline the process for future offers, As always, it's free. Let's take your offer to the next level. Section 4. Enhancing your offer: scarcity, urgency, bonuses, guarantees, and naming. But wait. There's more. If you order today, every infomercial in the 90s, May 2019. Arnold Schwarzenegger's home. The setting: an after-school all-stars fundraiser. Outside Arnold's estate, a line of cars stretched around the corner. We were in one of them, sitting in our Uber, when a security guard approached. Black suit, earpiece, black sunglasses, it felt like something out of a spy movie. The driver rolled down the window. Name? Alex and Layla Hormozi, we answered. The guard scanned his clipboard, nodded, and checked us off. Great, he said, his demeanor shifting from stern to welcoming. Welcome to the fundraiser. Stay in this line. You'll make a left, then security will escort you the rest of the way. He relayed our approval through his walkie-talkie to the next post down the road. Pulling up to the front of the estate was like stepping into a Bond film. Lamborghinis, Bugattis, Ferraris, and other cars so rare they seemed too luxurious to even name. Old men with young, glamorous women draped on their arms. A-list actors. Celebrities streaming live to their followers, talking into their iPhones. And then there was us. This wasn't your average fundraiser. Tickets were $25,000 apiece, with only 100 invites handed out. The red carpet glistened under the lights. Every year, the event culminated in an auction, with rare memorabilia and extravagant items donated by business leaders, all for charity. Layla and I wandered through the entertainment stations, each carefully designed to get donors in a giving mood. $10,000 scotches. $500 cigars. Pre-release items from major brands that wouldn't be available to the public for months. And, of course, the most exquisite cuisine you could imagine. We felt like the cool kids for the night. Ben, the CEO of the charity, spotted us and came over. Alex, Layla, he greeted warmly before taking my arm. Come, let me introduce you to some of our donors. These weren't just any donors. These were men who casually wrote six-figure checks for charity without a second thought. Ben introduced us to one of the charity's biggest supporters, a man named George. George had built a business selling ultra-high-end jewelry and watches, with pieces costing anywhere from $100,000 to over $2 million. These were items bought exclusively by the 0.001%, the elite few who wanted their status recognized. That night, George had donated over $700,000 worth of merchandise for the auction. Alex, Layla, meet George, Ben said, smiling. He's been incredibly generous to the cause. George, this is Alex and Layla Hormozi. They're donating $1 million tonight to Oasis. I figured you all would have a lot in common. Nice to meet you both, George said, his voice calm but firm, with an accent betraying his Eastern Bloc origins. He was in his late 60s, tall and sturdy, a man who had clearly fought his way to success. His eyes, weathered yet sharp, hinted at the tiger beneath his polished exterior. Ben added, George here was the one who convinced me to raise ticket prices from $15,000 to $25,000 this year. Demand was higher than ever, so I took his advice, cut the number of tickets, and increased the price. That's right, George confirmed, a small smile of satisfaction crossing his face. When demand increases, cut supply. George's philosophy was simple but powerful. He had mastered the psychology of human desire, building a business on selling rare status symbols at extraordinary profits. People want what they can't have. They want what others desire. And they crave exclusivity. That night, George's advice proved transformative. The charity raised an additional $1 million before the event even began, thanks to the higher ticket prices and limited availability. On top of that, the smaller crowd was more qualified than ever to make substantial donations. The event became the most successful in the charity's history, raising nearly $5.4 million from just 100 people. That's $54,000 per attendee. Every auction item was presented as one of a kind, and once it was sold, it was gone forever. Even Arnold himself jumped in, throwing in bonuses when bidding wars broke out, doubling the donations. It was a masterclass in human psychology. The same items that might not sell for $10,000 at another venue were auctioned off for $100,000 that night. Scarcity, urgency, and bonuses worked their magic. This section of the book will break down how you can harness these tools to increase demand for your offer without even changing the offer itself. Author's note: while scarcity, urgency, and bonuses were the primary tools driving those extraordinary prices, other persuasion tactics were at play: commitment and consistency, status, peer pressure, goodwill, celebrity endorsements, competition, and more. However, this book focuses on scarcity, urgency, and bonuses as they tie most directly to the concept of enhancing your offer. The delicate dance of desire at its core, all marketing serves one purpose: to influence the supply and demand curve. We create demand for our products or services through persuasive communication. When demand rises, we sell more units. When supply shrinks, we sell those units at higher prices. The ideal combination? High demand and limited supply, or at least the perception of limited supply. Enhancing your core offer is about achieving this perfect balance. It's a process designed to increase demand while simultaneously decreasing perceived supply. The result? You sell the same products for more money and in greater volumes over time. Author's note: this assumes a regular business not aiming for mass market penetration to gain a strategic advantage. Desire stems from not having what we want. Naval Ravikant said it best: desire is a contract you make with yourself to be unhappy until you get what you want. We only desire things we lack. The moment we attain them, the desire vanishes. To increase demand, we must delay or even deny satisfying our prospects' desires. That's right, sell fewer units than you could. Consider this scenario: we announce a 2-day workshop. First, we whisper that it's coming. Then, we tease its benefits. Next, we shout about its launch date. Finally, we open registration for this extraordinary workshop. Here are 2 possible outcomes. 1. Scenario 1. Sell 10 slots at $500 each, satisfying all demand. 2. Scenario 2. Offer 2 one-on-one, 1-day workshops for $5,000 each. The difference? Each prospect has a unique buying threshold. In my experience, demand isn't linear, it's fractal. About 20% of prospects are often willing to pay 5 times, or more, the base price. In scenario 2, I'd make more money, have lower costs, and increase demand among those who didn't get a spot. Selling fewer units makes the experience feel more exclusive. This exclusivity amplifies desire. Now imagine the aftermath of scenario 2. The 8 people left without spots still want in, and their desire grows. They see glowing reviews from those who attended, further increasing demand. Next time, when we open 3 spots at $5,000, they'll sell quickly, leaving even more unmet demand. Contrast this with scenario 1. If we promote the $500 workshop again, sales might drop. Why? There's no pent-up demand, desires have been satisfied. Each successive promotion would yield fewer sales until demand dries up entirely. Hormozi law: the longer you delay the ask, the bigger the ask you can make. The longer the runway, the bigger the plane that can take off. To maximize profits and maintain customer desire, we must always keep supply below demand. This ensures we never go hungry. Summary points: the phrase delicate dance of desire captures the inverse relationship between supply and demand. If you provide no supply, you'll make no money and risk alienating prospects. But if you meet all demand, you'll exhaust your market and have nothing left to sell. The key lies in mastering the balance. Think of it this way: if you're always available to your significant other, their desire wanes. But if you're unavailable for a time, desire intensifies. We want ravenous prospects, not merely interested ones. Understanding this interplay is crucial to enhancing your offer and increasing long-term profits. So far, we've explored how to make your offer immune to price comparisons and transform ordinary products or services into something people will find a way to afford. The next step? Focus on external variables that shape how your product is perceived. These forces, scarcity, urgency, bonuses, guarantees, and naming, can often outweigh the core offer itself. In the upcoming section, Enhancing Your Offer, I'll show you how to 1. Use scarcity to reduce supply, raise prices, and boost perceived exclusivity. 2. Use urgency to lower the action threshold and drive demand. 3. Use bonuses to increase perceived value and exclusivity. 4. Use guarantees to reverse risk and attract hesitant buyers. 5. Use strategic naming to stimulate demand and expand audience awareness. I'll define each, share examples, and demonstrate how these tools shift the demand curve in your favor, leaving your customers wanting more. Let's start with scarcity and the art of triggering FOMO, fear of missing out. Enhancing the offer, scarcity sold out. Scarcity is one of the most powerful, and least understood, forces for unlocking unlimited pricing power. If you want to learn how to sell something as intangible as air for millions of dollars, listen closely. Why can a doctor, a celebrity like Oprah, or a celebrity authority like Dr. Oz command astronomical fees? It's because of implied demand. People assume these individuals have an overwhelming demand for their time, making their supply extremely limited. And when supply is low, the price inevitably goes up. For most businesses, the reality of an imbalanced supply-demand curve is hard to grasp until it's experienced firsthand. Let me share the first time I felt its power. It changed everything for me. The experience of scarcity. When I entered the world of acquisition, I saw mentors charging over $50,000 for a single day of their time. It blew my mind. How could they make so much money in a day? And who would pay such a price? Over time, I understood. Here's the dynamic. If you have a rare and pressing problem, one that dominates your thoughts, you'll do anything to solve it. Because your problem is specialized, very few people can solve it. Often, you perceive only one person capable of fixing it. This creates a situation where supply equals 1. A real-life value case study. Plenty of people can help someone earn $10,000 a month. But far fewer can solve the problem. How do I add $5 million in profit without introducing any new product lines? This was a real project I worked on. It took me 60 minutes to adjust the business's pricing model, which resulted in exactly $5 million in profit. Naturally, the business owner was ecstatic. Now imagine if solving your rare problem could speed up your success by years or result in millions of dollars in revenue. How valuable would that solution be? If I paid $50,000 for a day of someone's time and walked away with $500,000 in monthly revenue 3 months later, that would be an extraordinary return on investment. Why scarcity commands high prices. Value comes from 2 key factors. 1. Rarity. How uncommon is the source? 2. Actual value. What outcomes are achieved? These 2 components compound to create breathtaking profits. Specialized consultants are paid millions because they solve problems worth tens of millions. Clients pay for their expertise, skipping costly mistakes and saving time and money. I first experienced this phenomenon when 2 people offered me $50,000 for a single day after I spoke at an event. Both were scaling education businesses but couldn't break past $1 million per month. Since I was doing $1 million per week in a similar business, I was the perfect fit to solve their problem. And yet, I turned them down. Why? Because I was already making more than $50,000 a day in profit from my business and didn't want the distraction. Author's note: years later, I founded acquisition.com to help people like this, but instead of charging a daily rate, I take equity in the company. This aligns our interests for the short and long term while allowing me to oversee implementations. For everyone else below the $3 million to $10 million mark, I make these materials free. The power of scarcity. Reflecting on that experience, I realized I had become the type of person I once wondered about. It was surreal. I finally understood how premium pricing works: simple supply and demand. When you don't need someone's money, or even want it, it's a game changer. The party who needs the exchange less always has the upper hand. This principle has been one of the most valuable lessons in my life. Creating scarcity in your offer's scarcity leverages the fear of missing out. A fixed supply of products or services creates urgency, prompting people to act quickly. For example, publicly stating that only X products or Y client spots are available makes your offer more desirable. Imagine a musician releasing a limited edition hoodie, just 100 units, never to be made again. The exclusivity drives demand. Scarcity triggers a psychological fear of loss, compelling action. Humans are far more motivated to avoid loss than to pursue gain. By wielding this lever, you can drive frenzied buying until your offer is sold out. 3 types of scarcity. 1. Limited supply of seats or slots either in general or within a specific time frame. 2. Limited supply of bonuses only available to the first X buyers. 3. Never available again, a one-time offer that won't return. Examples of ethical scarcity for physical products. Limited releases work well: flavors, colors, designs, or sizes. For instance, this month, we're releasing 100 boxes of mint chocolate cookie-flavored protein bars. Key points for success. Always sell out. It's better to underproduce than overorder and fail to create scarcity. Announce the sellout publicly. This social proof drives future demand as people see others valuing the offer they missed out on. Luxury brands like Chanel master this technique. Each store receives only 1 to 2 of each item, making every piece feel exclusive. For services, scarcity can be trickier, but here are some methods. 1. Total business cap. Set a cap on total clients, such as 25. Periodically, you can expand capacity slightly, leaving demand unmet. 2. Growth rate cap. Limit how many new clients you accept weekly or monthly. For instance, we only accept 5 new clients per week. 3 spots are taken, and the last 2 are open. 3. Cohort cap. Accept a set number of clients per class or cohort within a specific time frame, such as quarterly intakes. Pro tip: these scarcity tactics work exceptionally well for high-ticket services like workshops, events, or consulting. Always offer fewer spots than you think you can sell to create pent-up demand for future offers. Over time, this strategy compounds, making your brand synonymous with exclusivity. A real example of scarcity. Let's make this concept tangible with a real example. Imagine I tell you right now that I have a checklist summarizing all the materials in this book. It's free, and you can download it immediately. You might feel inclined to stop listening and go grab it. But what if I told you this instead? The checklist is only available to 20 new people each week. Suddenly, the value of that checklist skyrockets. Now, you're more likely to check the page right away, just to see if you can grab it before it's gone. And if you find it's already sold out for the week, you'd probably join a notification list to make sure you don't miss the next opportunity. Then, when you receive that notification, you'd likely drop everything to click the link and claim your spot, because you don't want to miss out again. By employing scarcity, what might otherwise be a simple freebie becomes something exclusive and highly desirable. And because of how supply is controlled, you're also more likely to consume it when you finally get your hands on it. Cool, right? Honest scarcity, the most ethical strategy. The simplest and most ethical form of scarcity is honesty. Let me explain. Right now, could you realistically handle 1,000 new clients tomorrow? Probably not. But how many could you handle? 5, 10, 25? Define that number, and then let your audience know. For example, we're 3/4 of the way to capacity this week. We're 81% booked for this service. By sharing these limits, you create a natural sense of urgency. When people see that spots are filling up fast, they're more likely to take action before they lose the chance. Here's the beauty of this strategy: scarcity also implies social proof. If you're 81% full, it means others have already made the decision to work with you. And as you approach full capacity, the remaining spots will seem even more valuable. Best of all, you define what full means. Summary points use one or multiple scarcity methods in your business to drive faster purchasing decisions and at higher prices. Just communicate your limits and let psychology handle the rest. Pro tip: extreme scarcity. If you want to generate significant revenue quickly, offer a very limited supply of one-on-one access. This could take various forms: direct message access, email access, phone access, voice memos. Zoom calls cap the availability at a very small number and price it high. For example, let prospects know you only have X spots. Make the service exclusive and premium. This approach often attracts the best clients, those who are highly motivated and ready to act. But here's the key: tailor the delivery to your working style. If you dislike emails but don't mind Zoom calls, make Zoom your medium of choice. Design the offering in a way that aligns with how you work best. Pro tip: once you're out, you can never come back. Another form of scarcity involves capping your service and making it clear that if someone leaves, they can never return. For instance, when I owned gyms, I implemented this rule. Later, I joined a mastermind that used the same approach. Eventually, I incorporated it into my higher-level Gym Lords program. Here's why it works: if clients know leaving means losing access forever, they think much harder about their decision. This method works especially well with small, tight-knit groups. However, as groups grow larger, the tactic loses some of its power, speaking from experience. Next up, increasing urgency. Now that we've covered some of my favorite scarcity strategies, let's explore another powerful way to increase demand: urgency. Enhancing the offer: urgency deadlines. Drive decisions. If scarcity is about quantity, urgency is about time. Urgency creates a sense of immediacy by setting clear deadlines or cutoff dates for action. While scarcity and urgency often work hand in hand, they are distinct tools. Let's break down my 4 favorite ways to use urgency consistently and ethically. 1. Cohort-based rolling urgency. 2. Rolling seasonal urgency. 3. Pricing or bonus-based urgency. 4. Exploding opportunity. 1. Cohort-based rolling urgency. One of my favorite methods involves starting new client groups, or cohorts, on a regular schedule. For example, if you sign up today, I can get you into the next group starting on Monday. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until the following week. To increase the sense of urgency, you could add: I actually had a client drop out, so there's an opening for Monday's cohort. If you're serious about this, you can lock in your spot now and start seeing results sooner, rather than waiting for the next start date. These small nudges remind potential clients that their decision impacts when they can start benefiting from your offer. The less frequently you start new clients, the more powerful this becomes. For instance, starting cohorts only twice a year builds significant urgency as the deadline approaches. Even bi-weekly starts can create a similar nudge. Concerned about losing sales by turning people away? It's natural to fear lost sales with this approach, but let me assure you, it's an unfounded fear. In marketing, 50 to 60% of sales during a campaign often happen in the last few hours before the deadline. Those final moments drive action. And here's the truth: those who missed the deadline likely weren't going to buy anyway. The urgency of a deadline forces action from those who are truly ready. What if someone wants to buy after the cohort has started? You have 2 options. 1. Offer personalized onboarding as a bonus for signing up now, helping them catch up with the current cohort. 2. Let them know the next start date is coming soon and frame the wait as an advantage. For instance, you'll have extra time to review the materials, consult with your team or family, and spread out payments. Remember, you set the rules, and that puts you in control. 2. Rolling seasonal urgency in digital settings. Countdowns to sign-up deadlines are highly effective. The key? Make them real. Fake urgency destroys credibility. For example, our New Year promotion ends January 30th. Valentine's Lovers promo ends February 28th. Sexy by Spring special ends March 31st. The promotion itself might stay the same, but naming it seasonally gives it a fresh start and a definitive end. Deadlines push people to act. Pro tip for local businesses: local businesses benefit significantly from varying marketing more frequently than national brands. Seasonal wrappers on core services create urgency and novelty that outperform repetitive campaigns. 3. Pricing or bonus-based urgency. This method uses your pricing structure or promotions to create urgency. For example, let's get you started today so you can lock in this discount. I'm not sure how long we'll run this promotion. It's one of the best we've offered in a while. This approach focuses on urgency tied to the promotion, not the service itself. You can use pricing changes, discounts, or added bonuses like free onboarding, a complimentary workshop, or a limited time value add. Pro tip: if you're raising your prices, let prospects know in advance. Prices are going up soon, lock in the current rate now. This creates urgency while showcasing your position of strength, often resulting in a surge of sales before the price increase. 4. Exploding opportunities. Some opportunities naturally decay over time, meaning every second a prospect delays, they lose value. For instance, arbitrage opportunities, like buying low on eBay and selling high on Amazon. Getting into a new advertising platform before competitors flood it. Trading cryptocurrencies or stocks with a limited window for gains. In these cases, emphasizing the ticking clock motivates action. Summary points: incorporating deadlines or other forms of urgency encourages more people to take action sooner. I've used all 4 of these methods effectively, and I encourage you to do the same. Free gift number 7, bonus tutorial. If you'd like to see live examples of how to ethically use scarcity and urgency, visit acquisition.com training offers and select the scarcity and urgency module. There, you'll find a short video tutorial and my scarcity and urgency checklist, free of charge. Enjoy! Enhancing the offer, bonuses. It's all gravy, baby. A playful twist on an old English saying. I owe special thanks to Jason Fladlian for reigniting my appreciation for bonuses. They are so impactful that they deserve an entire chapter. In this section, we'll explore what to offer as bonuses, how to pick them, how to value them, how to present them, how to price them. The key takeaway is this: a single offer is less valuable than the same offer broken into its components and presented as bonuses. Think of every infomercial you've ever seen, the classic "but wait, there's more." They don't use this approach without reason. Every second of airtime costs money, and these tactics have proven their return on investment. Infomercials often start with a single item, like a knife priced at $38.95. Then they pile on 37 more knives, sharpeners, pans, guarantees, until you feel it's an unbeatable deal you'd be foolish to pass up. This works because it widens the price-to-value gap. Instead of lowering the price, they increase the perceived value. By stacking bonuses, the value grows until it overwhelms any hesitation, snapping the mental rubber band holding the prospect's wallet in their pocket. Now, let's dive into how to stack and present these deliverables in a way that makes your offer irresistible. Pro tip: add bonuses instead of discounts. Never discount your main offer. It teaches customers that your prices are negotiable, which undermines your value. Adding bonuses instead increases value, positioning you as generous and confident rather than desperate. Presenting bonuses: one-on-one versus group selling. When selling one-on-one, ask for the sale first, before introducing bonuses. If they say yes, reveal the bonuses afterward to create a wow moment, reinforcing their decision. If they hesitate after your first ask, introduce a bonus that directly addresses their perceived obstacle, then ask again. For example, I completely understand. How about this? I'll include to make it easier for you to get started. Does that sound fair? This taps into the power of reciprocity, making it harder for prospects to say no. In group selling, the approach differs, but the principle remains the same: layer bonuses strategically to maximize the perceived value of your offer. Key principles for bonuses. When offering bonuses, keep these points in mind. 1. Always offer bonuses. Use a bundle of deliverables, as detailed earlier in this book. 2. Name your bonuses. Each bonus should have a title that highlights its benefit. 3. Explain the bonus, how it addresses the prospect's problem, what it is, and how you created it, how it will improve their life, making things faster, easier, or less effortful. 4. Provide proof. Share stats, client results, or personal experiences to demonstrate value. 5. Paint a picture. Help the prospect envision their life after using the bonus. 6. Assign a price. Attach a value to each bonus and justify it. 7. Prioritize tools and checklists. These are often perceived as more valuable than additional training, as they require less effort and time to implement. 8. Address objections. Each bonus should counter a specific concern or obstacle, proving the prospect's doubts wrong. 9. Solve their next problem. Offer bonuses that address what they'll need after buying your main offer. 10. Exceed the core offer's value. The bonuses should feel more valuable than the core offer itself, making the main offer seem indispensable. 11. Add scarcity and urgency. Enhance bonuses by limiting their availability. Adding scarcity and urgency to bonuses. Scarcity examples. 1. These bonuses are only available to those who sign up for this program. They aren't for sale anywhere else. 2. I have 3 tickets left to my $5,000 virtual event. If you buy now, you'll get one of the last spots. Urgency examples. 1. If you buy today, I'll include a $1,000 value for free as a reward for taking action. While scarcity focuses on availability, urgency creates a time-sensitive reason to act now. Both strategies amplify the power of your bonuses. Final thoughts on bonuses. Bonuses work because they widen the price-to-value gap in your offer, making it irresistible. They address objections, create excitement, and build momentum. When used thoughtfully, bonuses can transform a good offer into one your prospects can't refuse. Advanced level bonuses, leveraging other people's products and services. Here's a next level strategy. Include products or services from other businesses as part of your bonuses at no cost to you. Why would these businesses agree? Simple. You're giving them free exposure to your high-quality prospects, your customers. As long as they're not direct competitors, this creates a win-win-win situation. They gain access to valuable leads, your customers get additional value, and your offer becomes even more irresistible. Let me break it down with an example. Example, a pain clinic. If I owned a pain clinic, I might partner with other local businesses to enhance my offer. Massage therapists, 1 to 2 free massages included. Chiropractors, 2 free adjustments. Low inflammation food companies, discounts on their products. Orthotics providers, discounts on braces or orthotics. Local health clubs, free personal training session and a free month of membership. Pharmacies, discounts on prescription drugs. By bundling these offers, the bonuses alone could exceed the price of the core offer. Let's say my core offer is $400. The bonuses, massage sessions, chiropractic adjustments, gym memberships, are valued at well over $400. Suddenly, the perceived value of my offer is undeniable. Taking it a step further, if you want to get truly advanced, negotiate group discounts and commissions for yourself. For example, supplements, offer a 30% discount to customers and negotiate a 40% commission for every sale. Health clubs, negotiate a free membership for yourself or $50 per customer referred. Orthotics providers, $100 commission per referral. Here's the beauty. The other businesses benefit from the exposure, your customers gain massive value, and you generate extra revenue, both indirectly and directly. Win-win partnerships. Let's calculate. If my $400 offer includes these referral deals. Chiropractor, $100 per referral. Orthotics, $100 per referral. Health Club, $50 per referral. I've now made $350 in commissions on top of the $400 sale, turning each customer into an even more profitable opportunity. And if you want to elevate the value further, use the same principles from this book to create Grand Slam offers with your partners. For example, bundle their products into exclusive packages or promotions that feel unique and highly valuable. Free gift number 8. Bonus on bonuses. There are endless ways to use bonuses in your offers. They can drive urgency, anchor pricing, or simply encourage more people to say yes. If you'd like a deep dive into bonus creation, visit acquisition.com training offers and select bonus creation to watch a short video tutorial. You'll also find a free bonus checklist to swipe for your own business. Summary bonuses expand the price-to-value gap, compelling prospects to purchase who otherwise wouldn't. To maximize this strategy, 1. Create tangible bonuses, checklists, tools, templates, or scripts, things that are time-intensive to create but easy to use. 2. Leverage recorded content. Workshops, webinars, and events can become bonuses addressing specific objections. 3. Negotiate partnerships. Partner with adjacent businesses to secure discounts and referral commissions for products your customers are likely to need next. As your business grows, your library of bonus assets will expand, giving you endless opportunities to enhance your offers. What should be a bonus versus part of the core offer? The short answer? Wow factor. Highlight distinct elements of your offer that are high in quality or value but might get lost in the mix. For example, checklists or infographics, condensed, high-value resources. Information products, high perceived value, low cost, and zero operational effort. VIP services, temporary upgrades that could lead to future upsells. Pull these elements out of your core offer and position them as bonuses to make your offer even more compelling. Enhancing the offer guarantees you're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it. Famous Men's Warehouse ad: the single greatest objection to any product or service is risk. When someone hesitates to buy, it's often because they fear the product or service won't deliver the promised results. Reversing this risk is one of the fastest ways to make your offer more attractive. That's why crafting a strong guarantee is worth a significant amount of your time and effort. Just how powerful can a guarantee be? Jason Fladlian, a sales expert I referenced earlier, observed that simply improving a guarantee could increase an offer's conversion rate by 2 to 4 times. That's how important this element is. For types of guarantees, there are 4 main types of guarantees to consider. 1. Unconditional guarantees. No strings attached. If the customer isn't happy, they get their money back. 2. Conditional guarantees. The customer must meet specific conditions to qualify, such as completing a set of steps. 3. Anti-guarantees. A bold, risk-taking approach where you promise not to refund under certain circumstances. 4. Implied guarantees. Guarantees that are not explicitly stated but are naturally understood through your brand or offer. Whether or not you include a formal guarantee, you should always address the concept of risk reversal boldly and explain your reasoning. But won't people abuse crazy guarantees? Sometimes, yes, but not as much as you'd think. Let's break it down with the math. Imagine. Without a guarantee, 100 sales, 5 refunds, netting 95 sales. With a strong guarantee, 130 sales, 13 refunds, netting 117 sales. Even with a doubling of refunds, you've still made 23% more in net sales. 117 net sales divided by 95 net sales equals 1.23x increase. Don't let emotions cloud your judgment, focus on the numbers. For a guarantee to be not worth it, the increase in sales would need to be completely offset by refunds. That scenario is rare. The downsides of guarantees: while guarantees are effective for driving sales, they can attract less than ideal customers. A person who only buys because of a guarantee may lack the motivation to put in the necessary work to achieve success with your product or service. To avoid this, tie your guarantee to actions that align with the customer's success. This ensures you're reducing risk for prospects while also encouraging them to fully engage with your product. Pro tip: high-cost services warning. If your product or service comes with a significant cost, consider using a conditional guarantee or an anti-guarantee. This approach can prevent you from bearing the double burden of refunding the customer and covering the fulfillment costs. Types of guarantees. A guarantee's strength lies in its conditional statement. If you do not get X result in Y time period, we will Z. The key to a powerful guarantee is specifying what action you'll take if the promised result isn't achieved. Without this or what clause, the guarantee can feel weak or unconvincing, a common mistake many marketers make. Example of a weak guarantee: we will get you 20 clients guaranteed. Example of a strong guarantee: you will get 20 clients in your first 30 days, or we'll refund your money plus your advertising dollars spent with us. This added clarity and commitment make the offer more compelling. Here are the 4 types of guarantees explained. 1. Unconditional guarantees. Unconditional guarantees are the strongest. Essentially, they act as a trial. Customers pay first, then decide if they're satisfied. This strategy tends to boost sales significantly, but expect some refunds, especially as consumer culture leans more toward entitlement and zero accountability. 2. Conditional guarantees. Conditional guarantees include specific terms or actions customers must take to qualify for the guarantee. These guarantees work well when structured as better than money-back offers. By psychologically matching or exceeding the customer's investment, you create a stronger perceived commitment. They can also motivate clients to achieve results. For instance, if you know the key steps necessary for success, you can make those steps part of the guarantee conditions. In an ideal scenario, customers qualify for the guarantee but achieve their desired results, making refunds unnecessary. Keep in mind, if offered the choice between a refund and the promised outcome, most people will choose the outcome. 3. Anti-guarantees. Anti-guarantees take the opposite approach, stating explicitly, all sales are final. For this to work, you need a compelling reason that customers can immediately understand and accept. Typically, this involves highlighting a significant vulnerability or exposure on your part, like a product that loses value once consumed or delivered. 4. Implied guarantees. Implied guarantees are performance-based. Examples include rev share, profit share, monetary triggers, or bonus payouts. The concept is simple: if I don't perform, I don't get paid. This model offers the upside of great compensation when results exceed expectations. However, it requires transparency for measuring outcomes and a high degree of trust or control to ensure fair compensation. Stacking guarantees. Experienced salespeople often combine multiple guarantees to enhance their offers. For instance, an unconditional 30-day money-back guarantee, followed by a conditional 90-day, triple your money-back guarantee. You can also stack conditional guarantees to cover sequential milestones. Example: you'll make $10,000 by 60 days and $30,000 by 90 days, provided you complete actions 1, 2, and 3. This strategy establishes trust, creates future pacing, and shows prospects you're serious about delivering results. By shifting the burden of risk back onto yourself, you make the offer more attractive and credible. Different guarantee examples. A great guarantee often follows this formula: if you don't achieve X in Y time, we will. No questions asked refund guarantee. What the client gets. Options include a full refund, a partial refund, such as 50%, reimbursement of ad spend and any ancillary costs incurred, payment for a competitor's program instead, a refund plus an additional $1,000. My take: this type of guarantee is as straightforward as it gets. However, it's also highly risky. You're holding yourself accountable for results regardless of whether failure stems from your fault or the client's. While it's strong, it's not particularly original. Adding conditions can make it less risky, but too many conditions weaken its impact. Example wording. Jason Fladlian provides a strong example of an unconditional guarantee. I'm not asking you to decide yes or no today. I'm asking you to make a fully informed decision, and the only way to do that is from the inside, not the outside. So you sign up, get on the inside, and see if everything we've said is true and valuable to you. If it is, great. If it's not, no hard feelings. At any point, whether it's 29 minutes or 29 days from now, if you're unhappy, you can request a refund, no questions asked. All you have to do is email support@xyz.com, say, "Give me my money," and you'll get it back promptly. Our average response time is 61 minutes, even across a 24/7 schedule. You can only make a guarantee like this when you truly believe in what you're offering. Pro tip: name your guarantee. Give your guarantee a memorable, creative name instead of a generic one. Bad example: 30-day money-back satisfaction guarantee. Good example: if you don't love it, we'll swim with sharks guarantee. Oh, if in 30 days you wouldn't jump into shark-infested waters to get our product back, we'll return every dollar you paid. Great example: club a baby seal guarantee. Oh, if after 30 days you wouldn't club a baby seal to stay on as a customer, you don't pay a penny. Expanded, satisfaction-based refund guarantee. What the client gets: the ability to request a refund at any time if they're dissatisfied with the service. My take: this guarantee works exceptionally well when paired with a strong value proposition. Here's an example I used when selling weight loss programs. I guarantee satisfaction. Do you think I'd still be in business if I offered a crazy guarantee like this and didn't deliver? I'm not promising you'll hit your goal in 6 weeks because I can't eat the food for you. But I do promise you'll get $500 worth of value and service from us. If you don't feel like we provided that, I'll write you a check the moment you tell me we fell short. It's a best case, worst case close. Best case: you get the body of your dreams, and we apply your payment toward long-term goals. Worst case: you tell me we failed, I refund you, and you get 6 weeks of free training. This approach pushed many clients over the edge to buy. Out of 4,000 sales over 3.5 years, only 2 people ever requested a refund. Key considerations for unconditional guarantee: satisfaction or no questions asked guarantees represent the highest level of commitment. However, they come with risks. You could fulfill every promise perfectly, and clients could still request refunds. It works best for lower-ticket B2C offers, where the math usually favors faster and higher close rates. For higher-ticket services, the risk increases significantly due to the higher cost of fulfillment. Use this approach only if you are confident in your ability to deliver and meet expectations. Pro tip: match guarantee types to your business. Lower ticket, B2C businesses benefit more from broader, unconditional guarantees. Most customers won't take the time to request refunds unless they're truly dissatisfied. Higher ticket or B2B businesses should lean toward specific, conditional guarantees. These may or may not include refunds and should be tailored to align with measurable outcomes. Examples of conditional guarantees: guarantee template: if you don't achieve X in Y time, we will. Outsized refund guarantee: what the client gets, double or triple their money back, or a no-strings-attached payment of a significant amount. My take: this works best when you're selling high-margin products or services. To mitigate risk, pair it with consumption conditions, steps the client must complete to qualify. For example, Jason Fladlian, a world-class affiliate marketer, used this for a $2,997 course. He offered, if you buy this course, spend $X on advertising your e-commerce store using the methods herein, and don't make money, I'll buy your store for $25,000, no questions asked. This bold guarantee generated $3 million in additional sales, with only 10 refunds issued. That's $2.75 million in extra revenue. Key insight: this type of guarantee not only increases conversions but often drives better client results, as prospects are motivated to meet the conditions. Service guarantee: what the client gets, you continue working with them for free until the promised result is achieved. My take: this is one of my favorite guarantees. It ensures clients will achieve their goals while eliminating your risk of losing money. To strengthen it, include conditions like requiring the client to set up a web page, attend calls, show up to workouts, report specific data. Reality check: This guarantee works because 1. If a client meets the conditions but doesn't get the result, you're likely happy to keep working with them. 2. Most clients will drop the issue, as they're often close to achieving their goals anyway. Modified service guarantee: what the client gets, an additional period of service free of charge. My take: this variation is less risky than the full service guarantee, as it limits the commitment to a specific time frame. It's a great starting point for businesses hesitant to offer a long-term guarantee. Credit-based guarantee: what the client gets, a full refund in the form of credit toward another service you offer. My take: this is highly effective during upsells. It reassures the client they can fall back on something they already like if the new service doesn't meet their expectations, preserving goodwill. Personal service guarantee: what the client gets, one-on-one support until they achieve their goal. My take: this is one of the strongest guarantees, but it must include strict conditions to manage your time and resources. For example, clients must respond within 24 hours. They must use specific products or complete outlined tasks. This approach works especially well as your reputation grows, adding credibility to your offer. Hotel plus airfare perks guarantee: what the client gets, a full refund, plus reimbursement for hotel and airfare. My take: this is perfect for workshops or in-person experiences. It's an elevated version of refunding ancillary costs, adding a tangible and enticing benefit. Wage payment guarantee: what the client gets, you pay their hourly rate if they find no value in the session. My take: this is highly original but rarely used. Realistically, clients won't go through the effort of calculating their hourly wage to claim a refund. Release of service guarantee: what the client gets, they can exit their contract without penalty. My take: this voids any cancellation fees or commitments. If you don't enforce contracts, offering this guarantee adds perceived value without real risk. Delayed second payment guarantee: what the client gets, the second payment is delayed until the client achieves their first result. My take: this works exceptionally well if you have a proven process for getting quick wins. It motivates clients to act fast and ensures your team focuses on activation, a key driver of retention. First outcome guarantee: what the client gets, you cover their ancillary costs until they achieve their first result. My take: this is similar to the delayed second payment guarantee, but focuses on reimbursing specific costs. It keeps everyone focused on crossing that first milestone, which often leads to further success. All sales are final: what the client gets, access to a highly exclusive, valuable product or service. This is typically something so powerful that, once revealed, it can't be unseen or undone. Examples include a proprietary line of code to optimize website checkouts, scripts for cold outreach or conversation openers, a strategy or resource that's easy to replicate once understood. My take: this approach enhances the perceived value and exclusivity of your product. The all sales are final stance implies immense effectiveness while exposing your business to risk. It's essentially a damaging admission, acknowledging the vulnerability of your offer because of how powerful it is. For example, we are going to show you our proprietary system, our funnels, ads, and metrics. Because of the sensitive nature of this material, all sales are final. A strong reason is essential here to justify the policy. Lean into the exclusivity and risk involved. This works so well and is so easy to copy that we must make all sales final. Anti-guarantees are especially effective for high-ticket products or services requiring extensive work or customization. You might frame it like this: if you're the type of customer who needs a guarantee before taking the leap, then you're not the person we want to work with. We're looking for motivated self-starters. If you're serious, this will work for you, and you'll see massive success. Implied guarantees: performance, risk shares, and profit sharing. What the client gets, the client pays only if you deliver. Examples: performance, $XXX per sale, $XX per pound lost, or $XXX per milestone. Revenue share, a percentage of top-line revenue or growth, such as 10% of revenue, 25% of growth, etc. Profit share, a percentage of profit, such as 20% of net profit or gross margin. Ratchets, increasing shares as milestones are exceeded, such as 10% if over $X, 20% if over $Y, and 30% if over $Z. My take: while not explicit guarantees, performance-based partnerships create implied guarantees. If I don't perform, you don't pay. I consider these one of the best setups for several reasons. 1. They align your interests perfectly with your client's success. 2. They filter out low-performing providers. The result? Collaboration and long-term relationships. However, challenges include tracking outcomes and ensuring collection. If you solve these, this model can skyrocket your business. For example, many agencies using this approach have scaled from $20,000 a month to $200,000 a month in just a few months. You can also add a minimum payment clause to offset risks. We receive the greater of $1,000 or 10% of revenue generated. For the first 3 months, we charge $1,000 a month, then switch to 100% performance-based fees. This hybrid model works well for offers requiring an upfront ramp-up period. Crafting winning guarantees reversing risk is one of the most effective ways to increase conversions. Experienced marketers often spend as much time crafting guarantees as they do creating the product itself. To design a great guarantee, ask yourself: 1. What are your clients most afraid of? 2. What don't they want to happen if they pay you? 3. What are the time, emotional, or financial risks they perceive? Then, reverse these fears into a guarantee. Specific, creative guarantees resonate best with clients and stand out from competitors. A word of caution: guarantees are enhancers, not band-aids. If your product or sales team is weak, guarantees can backfire and lead to excessive refunds. Pro advice: start with service-based guarantees for businesses hesitant about refunds. Service-based guarantees or performance partnerships are a great starting point. This approach eliminates the fear of refunds while committing you to client success. From there, you can scale with less restrictive guarantees to boost volume. Naming your offer effectively can significantly impact advertising conversions, response rates for cold outreach, inbound interest from organic channels. A strong name sets the tone and creates intrigue. Bonus resource: visit acquisition.com. Training offers for a free video tutorial on creating winning guarantees. You'll also find a free guarantee checklist to help you think through every variable. As always, it's absolutely free. Enjoy. Enhancing the offer: naming the way you name your offer plays a pivotal role in its success. Even the best offers will go unnoticed if they aren't compelling enough to capture attention. A well-named offer grabs interest and motivates ideal prospects to take action. The power of a good name: consider this example. Free 6-week stress release challenge. Float tank center session. While these may describe the same service, the first name is far more likely to draw attention. The difference lies in how the name frames the offer's value. Offer fatigue: over time, offers can become less effective, especially in local markets. This isn't necessarily because people dislike the offer, but because they've seen it too many times. Why does this happen? In local markets, it's inexpensive to reach the entire population. For example, reaching 1,000 people costs about $20. If your target area has 200,000 people, you can reach all of them once for $10,000. However, a single exposure isn't enough to build awareness. Most people need repeated interactions to notice an offer. To counteract fatigue, you don't need to change the offer itself. Instead, refresh the name to give it new life. Think of this as changing the wrapping paper. The core work, services, or products remain the same, only the name evolves. This strategy allows you to use the same offer for years by periodically renaming it to keep it fresh. A great name strikes a balance between brevity and specificity. Too short, and it may lack clarity; too long, and it loses punch. The key is to combine 3 to 5 components for maximum impact. Here's a formula to guide you. M. Magnet: draws attention. A. avatar speaks to the ideal customer. G, gold clarifies the purpose. I, interval sets the timeline. C, container frames the method or delivery. You don't need to include all these elements, just enough to create a name that resonates with your audience. Write several options, then test them to see which performs best. Example in action: suppose you're rebranding a weight loss program. You might try names like 90-Day Body Transformation Blueprint, Drop 10 Pounds in 30 Days Challenge, the Lean Life Accelerator Program. Each name uses a mix of components to spark interest and clarify the offer. Pro tip: refreshing the name of an offer without altering the offer itself ensures its longevity and continued appeal. By crafting the right wrapping paper, you can keep your offers fresh and engaging for years. Naming your offer is crucial to its success. The right name makes it irresistible, answers your audience's questions, and motivates them to act. Here's a step-by-step guide to creating a magnetic, memorable name. Step 1. Make a magnetic reason why. Start with a word or phrase that explains why you're running this promotion. Think creatively. Your reason why can be anything, even something playful. For example, we're doing this because it's our anniversary, or because it's spring. Answer one or both of these questions. 1. Why are you making this offer? 2. Why should your audience respond? Examples: free, 88% off, giveaway. Spring, summer, back to school. Grand opening, new management, Halloween. Pro tip: be authentic or make it fun, like the classic fraternity party excuse. We're celebrating because someone got their wisdom teeth out. Step 2. Announce your avatar. Call out your ideal customer. Be specific enough to grab attention, but not so narrow that you exclude potential clients. In local markets, hyperlocal names convert better. For instance, don't just say Baltimore, say Towson, Maryland. Examples: Bee Cave Dentists, Brooklyn Busy Executives, Rolling Hills Moms, Retired Athletes. Step 3. Give them a goal. Highlight your prospect's dream outcome. Make it tangible, exciting, and relatable. This could be a result, an experience, or even a feeling. Examples: pain-free, celebrity smile, double your profit, high ticket, little black dress. Step 4. Indicate a time interval. Let your audience know how long it will take to see results. Be mindful of platform rules when making quantifiable claims. If your claim complies, add a time frame like lose 10 pounds in 30 days. If not, reframe it, make your first sale in 10 days. Examples: 21 days, 6 weeks, 3 months. Step 5. Complete with a container word. Use a container word to package your offer. This signals it's a bundled, structured system rather than a standalone service. Examples: challenge, blueprint, bootcamp, intensive. Accelerator, masterclass, workshop, reset. Shortcut, deep dive, transformation, solution. Pro tips for naming. 1. Find time to rhyme. Rhymes are catchy and stick in people's minds. Use a rhyming dictionary for inspiration. O 6-pack fast track. O debt-free reset. O 12-week 2-putt shortcut. 2. Use alliteration. Alliteration makes names easy to remember. O make money masterclass. O debt detox. O life coach liftoff. Why naming matters. Your core offer, your pricing, services, and deliverables remains the same. Changing the name simply refreshes the perception of your offer. Think of it as giving your Grand Slam offer a new wrapper. A great name not only attracts attention but ensures your offer stays exciting and evergreen. A great name can transform how your audience perceives your offer. Below are examples and strategies to help you create compelling names for your Grand Slam offer. Industry-specific examples: wellness. Free 6-week Lean by Halloween Challenge. 88% off 12-week Bikini Blueprint. Free 21-day Mommy Makeover. 6-week Stress Release Challenge. Doctors. $2,000 off celebrity smile transformation. Lakeway Moms, $1,500 off your kids' braces. Back sore no more. 90-day rapid healing intensive. Coaching. 5 clients in 5 days blueprint. 7F agency 12-week intensive. Fill your gym in 30 days. To create a powerful name, combine 3 to 5 key components. 1. Reason why, highlight the purpose of the promotion. 2. Avatar, call out your ideal customer. 3. Goal, articulate the dream outcome. 4. Time interval, define the duration of the offer. 5. Container word, use a descriptive word that frames your offer. Testing your offer names. Once you've brainstormed names, test them. Use 2 or 3 variations in your ad campaigns to identify which resonates most. Stick with the winning name as your control and test against it over time. Pro tip, name sub-items and bonuses in your stack using the same formula. This adds perceived value and makes each component more compelling. Dealing with offer fatigue over time, even great offers can fatigue. Here's how to refresh your marketing without changing the core of your business. 1. Change the creative, swap out images or videos in your ads. 2. Change the body copy, rewrite the ad text to keep it fresh. 3. Change the headline, adjust the offer name or wrapper. Example, free 6-week stress release challenge, 42-day relaxing holidays challenge. 4. Change the duration, experiment with shorter or longer time frames. 5. Change the enhancer, adjust the free or discounted component of the offer. 6. Change the monetization structure, rethink pricing and offer tiers. Key takeaway, start with the wrapper. Focus your entrepreneurial energy on the wrapper of your offer first, its name, creative, and messaging. Avoid making operationally heavy changes unless absolutely necessary. Building consistency. Once you find a winning offer, stick with it. Rinse and repeat until you've maximized its potential. If needed, rotate between successful offers to maintain momentum. This ensures you have multiple aces in the hole to keep your marketing strong and effective. Marketing local businesses. Local business marketing comes with its own unique challenges and advantages. The upside, local markets thrive on familiarity and trust. Selling in person at higher prices is inherently easier in a local market, leading to higher conversion rates. Marketing tends to work more effectively because of this trust. The downside, local markets have limited reach. The total addressable market for most brick-and-mortar businesses is restricted to their immediate radius. This means offers fatigue faster as the same audience sees your marketing repeatedly. The key to success, the solution isn't changing your offer, it's changing how the offer looks to the marketplace. Learning to quickly variate offers, headlines, and creative is a cornerstone skill for local business success. Once mastered, it makes transitioning to national advertising significantly easier. Naming your offer is critical to attracting the right audience. A poorly named product or service can destroy conversions, while a thoughtfully named one can multiply response rates dramatically. Pro tip, people do judge a book by its cover, so don't skimp on naming. Follow the steps provided to craft compelling names, and you'll see the difference firsthand. Congratulations! You've learned how to increase value by breaking services into components and rebundling them into something greater. Add guarantees to reduce buyer risk and increase consumption for better client outcomes. Use urgency and scarcity to drive demand. Name your offer to attract the right prospects and repel the wrong ones, all while making a clear, compelling promise. With these steps, your offer is now designed to convert and deliver exceptional results. Free gift number 10. Create the perfect name for your product. Naming your product correctly ensures your ideal client knows it's for them, recognizes its value, and believes it will solve their problems. Want to do this live with me? Visit acquisition.com training offers and select naming products to watch a short video tutorial and start using this strategy in your business today. You'll also find a free naming formula checklist to guide you and your team. It's reusable for products, promotions, and more. As always, it's absolutely free. Enjoy. Section V. execution the first $100,000 is a bitch, but you gotta do it. I don't care what you have to do. If it means walking everywhere and not eating anything that wasn't purchased with a coupon, find a way to get your hands on $100,000. After that, you can ease off the gas a little bit. Charlie Munger, Vice Chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, March 2017. My heart was racing. I could feel every beat pounding in my chest. My jaw clenched tightly as I fought against the knot forming in my throat, the one I knew would lead to tears if I let it. Years of pent-up emotions hovered just beneath the surface, ready to break free. Years of ignoring my reality. Years of falling short of success. Years of brushing aside how I really felt, just trying to push forward. The pressure was too much, rising like a wave I couldn't stop. And then, it happened. We did it, I said. Layla, my wife now, was in the kitchen making dinner. She stopped mid-stir, spatula in hand, and turned to me. What do you mean? We did it. We hit $100,000. I barely got the words out, my voice trembling as I struggled to keep my emotions in check. Like revenue? She asked. No. Like in our personal bank accounts. Her eyes widened, and a grin spread across her face. Holy shit, really? That's amazing. She abandoned the stove and ran over to me, wrapping her arms around my neck, spatula still in hand. I'm so proud of you. Her words hit me harder than I expected. I sank into her embrace, every knot I'd been carrying for years dissolving all at once. I couldn't hold back the emotions any longer. But looking back, the feeling wasn't happiness. It was relief. I had traded fear for security. The constant anxiety of wondering what are we going to do was finally gone. Years of effort, often with nothing to show for it, had finally yielded something tangible. For the first time in a long time, I could breathe. Look, I said, pulling back from her arms. I avoided her gaze, knowing that meeting her eyes would push me over the edge. Instead, I held up my phone between us, the screen glowing with our bank account balance. We both stared at it, unblinking. $101,018. It wasn't revenue. It wasn't profit still sitting in the business account, waiting to be eaten by overhead or payroll. It wasn't earmarked for debt or expenses. It was ours. For real. Babe, I said, we could screw up, not make another dollar for 3 years, and still be okay. At that time, $33,000 a year was more than enough to cover our expenses for 3 years and then some. That $100,000 was the culmination of years of ups and downs. Years of pouring money into businesses, only to watch it disappear into overhead, payroll, and mistakes. Years of seminars, courses, workshops, and coaching programs. And now, all of that work had finally turned into wealth. It felt like breaking into a new plane of existence. Even now, with tens of millions in the bank, that moment still feels like the richest I've ever been. It was the turning point, the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Some people get there fast. Some people get there slowly. But everyone gets there eventually, as long as you don't give up. Keep moving forward. Keep getting up. Keep believing it can happen. And it will. In a nutshell, we've covered a lot, and consolidation helps make the information sink in. Here's the back of the napkin summary of what we've learned. 1. Why you must not be a commodity in this marketplace. 2. Why you should choose a growing market and how niches lead to riches. 3. Why you should charge premium prices for your offers. 4. How to charge more using the 4 core value drivers. 5. How to create your value offer in 5 simple steps. 6. How to stack value, deliver it, and make it profitable. 7. How to shift the demand curve in your favor with scarcity. 8. How to use urgency to lower the action threshold for buyers. 9. How to use bonuses strategically to increase demand. 10. How to reverse buyer risk with creative guarantees. 11. How to name your offer in a way that resonates with your audience. At this point, you have the foundation of a valuable, high-margin, decommoditized Grand Slam offer. This is the cornerstone of a successful business, a product or service that people desperately want and that truly solves their problems. For many, this is enough to drive significant sales at higher prices with more profit, getting you to your first $100,000. For others, the journey doesn't stop here, and that's your right as a capitalist. What's next? Building an acquisition machine profitably is a vast subject, too much for one book. My goal was to make this volume thorough yet manageable. The next book in this series, Volume 2, $100 Million Lead Generation, will focus on acquiring customers at a profit. Done correctly, you'll never have to pay for a new customer again. Final Thoughts: Entrepreneurship is about acquiring skills, beliefs, and character traits. To move forward, you need to identify what you lack and work on improving it. Growth comes from learning, through experience, and from high-quality sources. Experience, though an excellent teacher, isn't always kind. I've received bad advice from people who were ahead of me at the time. My hope is that this book provides the guidance I wish I'd had during my journey. While I'd love to cover everything in one book, I can't. True excellence lies in the details and nuances, the very things that separate the greats from everyone else. My dedication to sharing these details comes from lessons hard won, and I hope that shines through in this content. My hopes for you: 1. You're on the path to creating your first Grand Slam offer, or, at least, you've found the missing components needed to make your offer more compelling. 2. I've delivered on my promise that the time you've invested here will yield a far higher return than most other activities you could do. 3. I've earned your trust. It's the thing I value most from you. Finally, I hope this book makes a small dent in improving the world. I believe no one is coming to save us. It's up to us, as entrepreneurs, to innovate and create a better future. That's something I'm willing to devote my life to, and I hope you are, too. Thank you. I'm deeply grateful for your attention. You could have invested it anywhere, but you chose to spend it with me, and I take that seriously. Stay hungry. Alex P.S. The golden ticket. Admit 1. If your business is generating between $3 million and $50 million per year, and you'd like my help scaling it one-on-one, visit acquisition.com. We specialize in helping service, education, training, consulting, brick-and-mortar, and niche licensing companies scale so profitably that you only have to get rich once. I'm not the make your first dollar person. I'm the make the last dollar you'll ever need to make person. If that sounds like you, you're savvy enough to figure out how to get in touch with me through my site and book a call. I'd love to meet you, hear about your business, and see if we can help. Would you be opposed to growing faster? AUDIOBOOKS. If you enjoy listening and referencing your books on the go, grab the Audible or Kindle versions of any of my books on Amazon. Personally, I like to read and listen at the same time. It boosts absorption and consumption speed. Just search for the book titles, and they'll pop right up. Podcast. If you prefer shorter, actionable lessons, check out my podcast, The Game. I share tactical lessons, often learned from failures, that help you reach your goals faster. You can listen here.
Thank you for joining me on this journey through the book. If you enjoyed this book and want to hear more, consider subscribing to stay updated on future audiobooks. And if there's a specific book you'd love to hear next, let us know in the comments. We'd love to bring it to life for you. Until next time, take care, keep moving forward, and remember that courage is 5 seconds away. See you soon.